I'm sorry for the delay if they are not, which is likely because we're late and I haven't made a funny tweet yet. Ooh, Holly is Holly. I hope you haven't been waiting.
Yeah, Holly already said soon.
Hi, Holly. All right, let me.
Hello, Holly. As a usual, chat, please let us know if any of our audio settings are wonky or
Oh,
bonky.
Holly came because I did the post in the paint chat. I just checked and I heard myself was a little loud, so I moved my mic slightly away.
Good. All right, I made big funny tweet, and now I will pull up stream chat.
After 1 billion years walk.
Yep, I'll do a quick refresh on the stream manager because sometimes it doesn't like to show me things unless I do that, and I like to be able to see mine big funny chat.
Yes.
I'm popping out
chat. It's time for this chat to get poppin'.
Oh, Jamie, your dad followed me. Thank you, Jamie's dad. Love you so much.
In this house, we love my dad.
It's real appreciate Jamie's dad hours.
Genuinely. So why don't we do housekeeping?
This just in. I love my dad.
In this house we love Jamie's dad. Why don't we do housekeeping real quick, and then I'll explain kind of what this stream is, kind of how it came to be, and then we'll get started. I'll pull up the actual game and we'll do a big funny.
Oh, I wanted to say a thing while we're on stream real quick. I made a joke a couple streams ago about smashing the word ska and squid together, and apparently I ended up saying a derogatory term towards indigenous women, and I would like to apologize for that. I was unaware of that term. I am aware now, and I will stop doing the whole smash words together, because apparently that can lead me into hot water.
Sometimes we don't know.
I'm sorry.
I say something unfortunate, and that sucks, and we're sorry it happened.
Yeah, and that's why we hold each other accountable here.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I apologize if I upset anyone. I will be more careful about that, since this is the thing that I'm always still learning about.
So much. Unfortunately, we are three dudes, and we are going to fuck up, but we don't want to hurt anyone, and we want to make sure that these things are being pointed out and addressed when they happen, because that's important.
Yeah, like
also that says. Oh no, go ahead.
Like if I won't speak for Puz and Jamie, but I know for me, there's a lot of things I don't know. So if I say something fucked up, please tell me, because 99.9% chance I had no idea.
Yeah, genuinely.
And I mean no harm. I honestly want to, be some amount of a good force. So if you hear me say something that's fucked up or sounds wrong, like I'm always willing to learn.
Yeah, honestly, speaking at least for myself, and I would be willing to say probably for the two of you as well. If we say something and you think, wow, that's mean and fucked up, it's probably because we genuinely didn't know, and when you tell us, we'll be like, oh god, that sucks, and we won't do it again.
Yes.
Yeah. We want this stream to be a place that is safe and comfortable and happy for people, and that includes, that is especially people who are marginalized or do not have a lot of safe spaces. We want this to be a place where you don't have to feel like any moment we might just decide, hey, fuck you specifically.
Yeah, this is overall meant to be a place that brings some amount of joy and some goofs and some fish facts.
Hell yeah. And that also does
and if you're the kind of person who's got beef with the concept of safe spaces and snowflakes using them, this is an unsafe space for you. I'm going to make it extremely unsafe.
This is a safe space for everyone except bigots. Y'all get out. This is a blanket statement.
I'm rigging my chainsaw trap as we speak.
That also reminds me, I wanted to say on stream, if you go on my Twitter, you'll see I've been reblogging a lot of GoFundMes and resources for Asian Americans and sex workers, such as like Red Canary Song is one I can remember off the top of my head. I would really encourage you, if you have the means, to either donate to some of these or to spread them around so they continue to get eyes on them, people donating to them, because especially in light of the fucking shit going on in America lately,
Yeah.
I would really, on a personal level, appreciate kind of like putting eyes on that, putting support on that. Just again, we want this to be a safe space, and my God, I want the world we live in to be safer too. So yeah,
Yep.
I should have prepared like
Absolutely.
something actual for that, but
You know what? For off the cuff, that wasn't too bad. Anyway, who
Yeah.
wants to play a video game
yeah. So
after some
let's
housekeeping?
let's do housekeeping first. So as Jake has already put in the chat, I'm Puzz. I played the video game. With me are my friends, um, Jay and Jake. Why did I forget your names for a second?
You've been having a heck of a day, okay? You've been having an
I
entire
woke up a
time.
little late today, so my brain's still a little scrambled eggs. So yeah, Jake just put their information in chat. You can find all of our information there. If you're enjoying the stream, you can hit support or donate to learn some ways to provide us some support. Although, as mentioned, for me personally, I would really appreciate you like throwing some money and support the way of people who are really in trouble and needing it right now.
Yeah.
I feel strongly about that. However, one of those people is my friend Jake, who's working on getting himself a safe place to live, and you can donate to his GoFundMe if you hit the donate command. Thank you.
I am also gonna. You retweeted a whole list of. Didn't you donate a whole list of people that needed help, or was that me? Oh, geez.
One of us did. Okay,
I'll
honestly,
grab a
all three
link.
of us are big on retweeting resources and lists of like artists who could use support and GoFundMe's that could use funding and
Here we go.
reputable
All
donations.
sorts of stuff like that.
Yes, so if you go to any one of our Twitters, you will probably find, and Jake just put them,
Yeah, here's
tweeted
from
resources.
the Coalition
Hello,
of Asian
Slimeologist.
Pacific in Entertainment. They've made they sent out information about here's a page about a bunch of ways to directly support victims and their families. So,
Heck
also,
yeah.
hello, Slimeologist.
Hi, Slime.
I think today we should learn do squids dine on salmon. Though I know most of the Inklings, they definitely dine on anything. And also,
Yeah,
I
they
bet
will
the
eat
Inklings are very
anything.
discerning when it comes to food, much like me.
no
So,
problem.
yeah,
Yeah, we
before
all
we
have been sharing stuff about that.
Hell yeah. And again, encourage you to donate if you have the means. If not, share it around. I would also recommend wherever you happen to live, look into local chapters and resources because let's be honest, mutual aid starts at home. That's important.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, look into local mutual aid groups you might have, what's kind of going on in your community. Look into definitely keep very aware of local politics and shit because my god, stuff
Hell
really
yeah.
happens from the ground up there and it's important to stay informed. Anyway, I'm gonna gently step off my soapbox. I'm gonna tuck it away for now. Thank you, soapbox. And I'm gonna talk about what led to our funny stream that we're doing today. So basically some of you might remember a couple weeks ago we were playing we did funny um hero mode.
You should probably turn Jay and my mics a little down.
Yep. Also,
Just a little.
Sylveons, thank you for the follow. Let me turn Jay and Jake down just a touch. I'll turn you guys down to like 80%-ish. That'll probably
Gotcha.
do it. Oh, Jamie, I apparently had turned up to 169, baby.
Oh,
Nice.
that would explain the crunch, huh?
Hey, Trey.
Hello. All right. So, Jake, if you don't mind talking a little bit, see if you're still sounding a little hot.
Yeah, am I too spicy? Am I still too spicy?
Are we doing all right? Is this kind of more, I don't know, equal
It
or
does
whatnot?
go to 11.
This goes,
goes-
to 111.
Yeah,
I'm
way
gonna
too
turn Jake
hot.
up just a tiny bit because I think I made you super quiet. And okay, we look good.
All right.
Let me check the levels on my end too. Can y'all do a big talkie?
Yes, hello, it's me. I'm speaking, I'm talking, I'm speaking. I'm saying words so much.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
s-
look good. You guys look good. I think we're okay. I think we're all right.
I'm so excited for today.
Yes. So
Yeah, we've got a lot to do.
So the thing
Yeah.
that led to today is like, as you may remember, we just finished Hero Mode a couple weeks ago, and as I was saying, then I was like, oh well, we're definitely gonna do
Octo
Octo
Expansion.
Expansion, but I was like, I had a lot of stuff going on personally, so I was like, I don't know if we're gonna like take a break for a little while. Maybe we'll do some one-off streams, and then like plans change, other shit's going on. I'm rearranging my schedule all big, and then it basically got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm really ready for some Octos. I talked to Jay and Jake very extensively about it, and we were like, we're just really in an Octo mood. So I was like, let's do some funny Octos pusses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so that's what we're gathered here today to do. Are you guys ready to start kind of getting into it?
I'm so ready.
absolutely.
All right, let me um
I'm so excited to see what they've done next.
oh yeah, that's another thing. I played Octo Expansion before, but it was many years ago. Jay, you only kind of experienced it secondhand through me, and Jake,
Yeah.
I think you said you like looked at the intro when I
I
got you the
played
game, and then
yeah.
have seen none of the actual like gameplay or story.
I played the first test and then I've seen another streamer play a little bit of it, like one stream of it, and it was like somewhere in the middle he was like doing just like a couple tests that he just needed to finish. Yeah, just random ones.
Yeah,
So that's my experience.
so there's going to be a little bit of like blind reaction here. As always, I would encourage no spoilers in chat. So yeah, let me get the sound going and get everything hit up on the funny stream.
Yeah.
Just get everything set up. Oh wait, what was that? Oh Holly, thank you for the host. All right,
Holly Host real?
Holly
Holly
host
Host
real.
Reel. Let's go.
I was so scared. I forgot I had that option. I was like, I've never heard that sound before.
No one's hosted us before. Oh golly.
So yeah, let's get everything
I'm
going.
also baking a cake in the background. So
All right,
if I get up for a moment.
I should
there
probably
we
stop
go.
playing Monster Hunter.
All right, everyone see okay? Everything looking good?
Yeah,
It's
I've
fine
got
on
the
my
stream-
end, yeah.
Yeah, I
Hell
got the
yeah.
stream open at 1, so looks good.
So yeah, you guys ready for Octo Expansion?
Yeah,
Please,
I'm
by
so
all means.
excited. This looks like such a different take on
Yeah,
everything that
I
were
forgot
planning.
what a different like approach they made for this expansion.
If I'm remembering correctly, it gets a lot more into like the psychological aspect, which is really interesting to
Oh
me.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
wow.
some really like subtle and interesting.
It's about the
It's
characterization.
very
you
character
know?
based, yeah. Oh, hang on, we got
Oh
cutscene.
wow. Humans real?
Yeah,
Humans real.
I'm surprised you don't hear more about this when people are discussing
He's just running late. He's always late.
the DLC. That it literally opens with this wham shot of like, oh, we're in the past when humans were like before
Mr. Groom,
humans were extinct.
The wedding is starting. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh
Like
my
it's
gosh. I
a
can't
really
believe-
interesting approach to take.
Oh, this is a really cool take on
You're
the
not even
Octolinks.
dressed. Make yourself
Yeah,
presentable. She's waiting
there's
for
all
you.
this discussion about how they were gonna like change their messages because the like ones that they use in game for like enemies, their hair meshes don't work for all like the hats and stuff, so that we knew there were going to be some changes, but this was a really dramatic like, and even like the controls, like this is such a different take.
They're
like,
they're
the
really
gameplay.
focusing. I think they're really focusing on life as an Octarian refugee and like trying to fit into society.
Yeah,
I love that. That's so cool. That's such
Like
a
I
different
said,
take.
It's really big on the psychological aspect, on the whole outsider trying to fit in narrative, which is spectacular.
Oh,
that's probably
Oh, cool.
Listen,
destructible
look, you can
environment?
tell
This
you
is
can
so
tell
cool.
dude, you can already tell that human society is starting to fall apart at the seams, right? Like, in this very literal case, like, buildings are starting to crumble, things are starting to fall apart, and yet we still see this, like, attempted normalcy. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, this is wild.
Yeah. God, I know you guys can't really feel this, but, like, the way the controls feel, too, the way it really emphasizes this, like, kind of awkward, gangly, like, this is clearly supposed to be, like, early on in the evolution of Octarians,
Yeah,
where
they're
still kind of figuring out human form.
They're still figuring out land-based locomotion as well, and doing, frankly, an admirable job of it.
This is how I feel as soon as I wake up in the morning.
Listen,
Like,
you
this
wanna...
is about as much control of my limbs as I have to.
You want to know something. You want to know something. Bones, like the evolution of robust bones and robust support systems were very much an adaptation to living on land. You see this in animals, you see this in plants. It's very difficult to exist as a large, soft-bodied organism when you don't have water to support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even plants... The earliest plants, like things like moss, like the bryophytes, most of them are very small because they hadn't adapted that kind of woody vascular tissue that you need to support yourself without water. So the fact that our main character is getting anywhere is frankly astonishing and a testament to just how much muscular strength is in those limbs.
Yeah, it's a very, like, kind of show, don't tell. Oh, hang on, this is very important, I need to hit this button. Yeah!
Oh my god, hell yeah. I see that the party zone has...
The party zone survives. The party zone survives the apocalypse.
The party zone spirit of Splatoon has survived in the Octo Expansion.
Yeah, it's
Thank
very
God.
clear that, like, this was there was an early evolutionary, like...
push towards the party zone.
Exactly. This is a biological imperative for them. Let's see what's through this store. It's really neat too how much of an emphasis on exploration there is.
I really love that.
This
God.
version of the game.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit of a Breath of the Wild take on Splatoon, and
Yeah,
it's like
you can
early
tell
history
Nintendo
Splatoon, and I
learned
love
lessons
that.
from their other, like, in-house teams.
Okay, but
And of
like,
course,
can we
the
also...
customization is very important in all versions
Oh,
of
customization
Hell
is
yeah.
everything. But can we also touch on how this kind of open-world exploration is almost like a natural extension of the stages in single-player mode, where you have to go discover all the stages?
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah!
saying?
That's so true.
Like,
Thank God, you're right.
they hit on a
That
winning
explains it.
concept, and they said, you know, let's just keep going with that. Let's just keep going with that. Let's see if we can...
Nightmare Judge brings up a good point. The Squid Sisters are supposed to spawn in that room, but it's apparently a common bug that they don't.
Oh yeah.
God,
I've
They were
heard
disappointing.
gonna
that.
cameo them in here.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe...
Wait,
Like, I don't
was
want to
it
spend too much
they-
time futzing with, you know, the
Is
tech
it
stuff.
that they don't spawn here, or that they were dummied out? Like, they intended to put them in here, and they're still implemented in the code, they just
Oh,
never
that's
got into the
true.
game.
Yeah.
Kind of like how in spoilers for hero mode, but they eventually like patched in Callie to appear in Octo Canyon after you complete the main story. It might be
Right.
that it was something kind of like that, where like it was something that they wanted to, and it just kind of didn't come to pass.
Mhm.
I guess they wanted to focus more on the experiences of this particular individual. Like, if
Which
I had
makes
to
sense,
guess.
like especially like the entire Octo race is a very like that's a big ask for anything, especially a DLC edition. Like you could design a whole game just around expanding that. So it makes sense that they would kind of narrow it down a little bit, make it about a specific individual.
I'll
Yeah.
be right back. One sec. My timer
yeah,
went
that's
off.
fine.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're baking. Anyway, our squids from Neptune. I believe squids originated early on in the history of life. I think the most famous prehistoric squids are the giant orthocones, which got very, very long and were shelled with this kind of...
Fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's also
Oh.
fine.
once again, we see the crumbling infrastructure of a society in shambles.
Yeah, again, they did do such a good job of like environmental storytelling. That's something I really love about Splatoon. And they do
Yeah.
it so strongly, this DLC.
Oh, Holly brings up a good point. Quest objective to find the bow tie, a little known but important point in the history of Octarian technological development.
Oh my god, that's so true. Man, good catch. I hadn't even thought of that.
And I think it's interesting to see here the contrast in how squids and Octarians use fashion in different ways, because we have squids have lots of wearable accessories with all kinds of different properties that can help them in battle. Octarians have kind of taken it to the next level. Like even early on in their history, they were very much thinkers. You know, packing as many gadgets as they could into a very small and efficient format. And there it is. There. Look,
I do
we're
like
all
the
like-
implication.
yeah.
Like it's a very bold choice to imply the that the Octarians, contrast to the Inklings, have some form of like organized religion.
Yes, that is extremely true, and we can also see very early on their own culture kind of forming out of obviously what we've built, as well as what they're building on the structure we've given them, right? So
Yeah.
they've some of you may be like, wait, isn't that Squid Face guy from that book by that guy who was like crazy racist in 1910? Now that's a common misconception. This is an entirely independent deity. And here we also see some extreme pragmatism, destroying one's own religious iconography in order to acquire an important item.
Yeah, it's especially with the, knowing that this is a point when humans are still kind of part of the
Social
the
cultural
world, yeah.
milieu.
This kind of like desperate kind of urge to assimilate. There's a lot of nuance, very like this is why people are always talking about the story in Octo Expansion, because they really take on some dark and multifaceted topics and are willing to explore them.
I mean, the fact that they're willing to, even if it's just like a little thing, explore early religion and religious aspects, like that in itself is a pretty big step, pretty interesting detail to include.
Whoop. Oh, the music's kicking in.
Oh, the music in this game is just so good.
Oh yeah, they do such a wonderful job of like music to set the mood. Alright, come on, let's go. We've got places to be. Oh, hang on. This is so important. No,
That's exactly what you want.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Alright.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, sorry, that was...
Bashing forward as ever.
Yep. I assume we'll probably get the shoes a
I
little
didn't
later.
think he was ever going to show up.
Oh, and here we see one of the big things of this DLC. Again, with these themes of like trying to become part of the society and like how much of yourself are you
I'm
willing
just here for
to
deception.
kind of give up in order to be part of this world that you admire and that you want so desperately to be part
Get
of.
cold feet. Honey, where's the best man?
Now, we have to ask, what are these banana
Guess you'll
peels
have to get them
doing
yourself.
in the aisle?
That's true. Is it like a cultural thing? Is it...
Were there just some particularly, like, mischievous pranksters in the audience?
Yeah, it's...
Do you
And
need
that's
any
something
help
that I
over
think
there?
doesn't really come up so much, which is interesting, because they do such a good job of, like, discussing and kind of unpacking all these other questions. But this is just something that kind of like, I guess they wanted to, you know, give us room to kind of come up with some of our own
You
answers
look
still.
so handsome.
Oh, and this is just
All
such a beautiful moment.
What we see here is nothing more or less than like I would say the War of the Worlds, but it's like the opposite of War of the Worlds. It is the Peace of the Worlds.
The controls are a little bit clunky. It would have been nice to be able to face my wife.
Yeah, that would have been very nice.
And look at that. It's just such a beautiful moment. Oh yeah, I forgot in this DLC they had some like additional, you know, outside help, which makes sense for the scope of it. Wait, I know that name.
Hold on.
I'm probably just imagining things.
Yeah, you're right. It's really an interesting sequence, this kind of symbolic falling sequence.
And of course the music slaps, but that's nothing new.
That's just Splatoon for you. But I think there's a lot of symbolism in this opening here, because what's the furthest you can get from the ocean?
Wait, I know that name too. I mean, I guess, you know, video game industry, there's a lot of people who work on multiple projects, especially when you're bringing in smaller teams to assist.
Also,
on
why is our protagonist wearing Phoenix Wright's suit?
That's probably another shout out, because, you know, especially in Japan, like, Ace Attorney is such an influential kind of series.
Especially in Japan, especially in this chat.
That's a good point, Simo. Like, I wonder where in the timeline this takes place in terms of, like, the human extinction. This is how I get out of bed in the mornings. That's not a goof. I actually do have to keep my alarm on the other side of the room, because otherwise I'll just sleep through it. This is interesting too, the way they include the time skip right away.
Yeah. Right into, like, the integrated life.
Especially us here, you know us, we love our world building and such. We gotta admire this art they did to kind of build the world you're in. Like, look at this.
Oh, true.
This really tells you so much. Hey, Jake, I'm sorry to say you missed some of the wedding. Oh, but we got a picture of it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe that...
No, go ahead.
I can't believe that there's a whole marriage between an early Octarian and a human. I thought Octarians came like way after humans were already gone. This is
a really interesting reframing.
Okay, but you know what? You know what? This explains a lot about why our inkfish do look so human. Like, they've been cohabiting with them, right?
Yeah.
They were there to pick up those mannerisms and shapes and forms. They were already integrating into the society we built, so of course when it collapsed, they were the first ones primed to take over.
So much. I also wanted to say too, like, this is something you don't see, like, get talked about a lot, but it really strikes me, in particular, that this, like, kind of understated, almost like tragedy that you see these, like, images of our player characters so happy with their human family, knowing from, you know, there's been 2 Splatoon games prior to this, you know that this is going to be fleeting, that humankind is doomed to die out, so there's this weird kind of, like, meta-level tragedy there. It's a very interesting kind of approach.
It's like Romeo and Juliet, where they open the play by telling you everyone's gonna die.
Morning, Daddy!
God, and these kids are just...
Is everything okay?
Yeah, they really go out of their way to, like, make you bond with, like, your kids here and, like,
Mommy?
See this, like...
Can I borrow your flashlight later tonight?
See this, like, just...
Why?
Genuine bond you share.
And turn it on, you can see your finger bones.
Also, that's such a kid thing to say.
Yeah.
You could be your finger bones. God.
Again, the writing is just, oh, and look at this. You have
Daddy,
their
will you get me a unicorn?
wedding topper on the shelf. Oh, and look at that.
You'll
There's
say yes
a
one of these
drawing they did
days.
of you. Oh.
Aww,
Again, just the way they write
so
these characters.
bittersweet.
Oh, you're finally up. Nice to see you, sleepyhead. My typewriter is out of ink. We've got more somewhere, right?
Wait,
That's an interesting.
typewriter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an interesting world building detail that they've like. I guess maybe potentially, if this is like a world
Just a reminder.
at
Is this
war
like
with
a
the humans
Fallout?
starting to
I'll
die
be out
out.
of town unannounced.
Is this supposed to be like sort of how Fallout is a whole different alternate
Timeline?
I'm
universe?
working on a
Yeah,
little
like
side
is
project,
this
dear.
has
I'm
Splatoon
going
been
to
a
expose
divergent
corruption in
timeline
the
story
fishing
all
industry.
along?
And I know just the ship to sneak aboard. That never stopped me before. While you're waiting on your coffee, could you bring Stacy some milk?
Soon I'll be 100 feet tall.
Again, such a
Honey,
kid thing
did
to
you
say.
read
The
my latest
characterization
article? I
is
got an interview
spectacular.
with the mayor,
Wonderful.
and I tore him apart.
Aw, hell yeah.
Verbally.
Hell
I love
yeah,
my wife.
girl boss.
Yes, I can keep girl
so,
boss.
I was stargazing last night while you were off in your man cave, and I snapped a picture of some strange lights.
Oh, that's
It's
interesting.
probably just a
What?
satellite
Oh.
or a lens flare, but you know.
Wait,
if it wasn't
wait, hold
Early
on.
Grisco.
Wait, hold on.
It's
Is this tied to the arc Polaris?
So much more time
Yeah, I was
with
gonna
lately.
say, because we have these like hints of space travel in the last days of humanity.
I saw a blue jay the other day, and a cardinal. Do you
Oh,
think
two of my
they're gonna
favorite
live in the
birds.
birdhouse?
Oh.
What kind of babies would a
Is one of them
blue
your
jay cardinal?
favorite because it's a blue version of you?
Cute, purple.
Yeah.
That's
There
fair.
you go,
Thanks for the milk,
kiddo.
Dad. Soon my bones will be made of steel.
Hell yeah, they will, baby.
Oh, absolutely. You are the only one who will survive the coming war.
I wonder if they are like setting it up because like they do keep having these like little hints of like, oh, my bones are gonna be
Have
made
you
of
seen
steel.
my
I'm gonna be
Salty
100
Hearts
feet tall.
novel
Maybe little Stacy did survive, you know, the war. Maybe
She
they're
gets
trying to
to
like subtly hint that.
Oh, hush you.
All right. Honey, you can put that back in the fridge, right? My
Let's
I'm
do
so
that.
tired.
I got
It's-
arm
Your
arm
mustache is
badness.
getting long again. Might
I've
need
got,
a trim soon.
uh,
I made your coffee just
generous
the way you
bone
like
disease.
it. Sea salt and tartar sauce.
What?
Oh no. Oh, they better not be foreshadowing what I think they're foreshadowing.
Oh, I hope not. That's
That's
dark.
twisted.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him though.
Now
You
that
know
you're
how
energized,
Nintendo
I
be
need you to
sneaking
take
in
care of
these
some
little
chores in
like
the backyard while I
things
get
that you
some work
don't
done.
really notice
There's
until
grass
you
to mow,
reflect on
weeds
it.
to pull, wood to chop, and don't forget to make burgers for lunch.
I like this. You know, our main character is just like me.
The dad said we could
Wakes
get
up
a
right
horse
as
for the
The
backyard.
kids need
It'll
lunch.
eat the grass, and we have a new super
I mean,
cool furry
same.
lawnmower.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the
we need a battle
Octarian
horse
predisposition
to protect the
towards,
family.
you know, a
Dad said
more
he'd get going.
regimented
Oh,
or
he
disciplined
did,
life
did he?
than Squid's lead. Maybe that came later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Maybe-
contrast.
Maybe that
Oh,
was something
it's
that was
such a beautiful
learned.
day today.
Or it could
The
be
sun
that,
is
you know, that's
shining,
part
the
of
birds are singing.
The worms are with
more part of like
Our
you know, the
hamburgers
continued
usually
like
out of
themes of like
hams are
assimilating
happy
with
to be
humankind
today.
because you know
Yeah.
Oh,
us humans aren't known
what if they were
for
made from ponies?
natural regimented kind of lifestyle.
Birds are so strange.
Exactly how you grill a burger, by
Why
the
do
way.
you
This
say
is
that, dear?
impeccable burger grilling
If I
form.
could fly, I would just fly to the moon and live there.
Can you not feel pain?
Listen, it's fine.
No. You have no nerves.
Oh, okay.
And
3 bankruptcies
That looks
since
grilled.
opening in
Yeah.
1960.
I was gonna say,
2
usually
directors
better.
in the last
I'm a
year.
vegetarian, so I don't eat meat
Yikes.
myself, but it's usually better to leave them just a tiny bit rare, right?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I
medium rare.
cook mine pretty well.
There we go.
I mean, that's just me, though. I
Don't get
Whenever
too
I'm dealing with
comfortable,
ground
dear. I've got a
projects,
busy day
like-
planned for the whole family.
Ooh. Again, look at all of these
It's a
beautiful bonding moments.
surprise.
Oh yeah, I love just again. I know I keep harping on this, but the show don't tell of like
My camera's getting a bit old,
let's-
honey.
let's
Any
show
chance you
you
know
like
where to
how
find it?
these
And
family
one
members like
modified for motor
interact and
drives?
love each other. It's very beautiful. I really enjoy the way that they approached it.
You should probably let that one on for a little more.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's got
maybe-
real
maybe-
marks.
Okay.
Okay.
Sphyrna Makarin. Largest in the world? We'll just see about that.
What?
Sphyrna Makarin, where have I heard that before?
What is that?
Let me check something real quick. Let me check something real quick for it.
Yeah, we need our fish expert on the case.
Well,
I did put on the screen that we're
guy
on
looks
Fish
like
Facts
a
Friday,
butterfly.
and so far we've mostly been harping about the beautiful world building.
Sphyrna Makarin is the great hammerhead, the largest species of hammerhead shark in Sphyrna Day.
That's my hand.
But only if the
We're not making calamari here.
Okay, not to roast my own dad when he is potentially in the stream, but that
He's
tracks.
literally listening to you.
That
Yeah,
tracks.
you're here.
Dads are like that. They'll be like, "Oh, this is the worst part." Shoves hand directly in the oven to take out the pan.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, it's like the comment you made.
Yeah.
Still one of the stupidest things I've drawn, and I say that with great pride.
I love that they have a slip and slide, and look, it even has is that a jellyfish or an octopus?
It looks like octopus decals on it.
I love it.
The kind
you
of
can just
intercultural.
feel like the love
yeah.
in this family. It's wonderful.
It makes me want to cry because I know what will happen next.
Oh, I know. Again, that like understated tragedy. Let's do some
That
reading.
can't be true.
Yeah,
know,
the
right?
gardening mission.
I love that it's just like, let's take a deep dive into this one into this one Octarian's life, and you know what? We're gonna make
The
it.
ladybugs are really getting out of hand.
The
Radically
ladybugs are
tragic.
getting out.
Pick up
Okay,
some
excuse me.
insecticide before they eat all my
The
flowers.
ladybugs are getting out of hand. Are we dealing with like super mutant ladybugs here?
I mean, it's
or...
entirely possible. Maybe that's supposed to be like, you know, a hint towards things being changed from the way we would, you know, consider normal.
Yeah.
Dad, you have to blow on the weeds and make a wish.
Okay.
Sometimes I wish I could be purple.
Only Wells and Genies grant wishes, Stacy. Everyone knows that.
Alright. Hey, we gotta get that
There's no
proper out of
fuel.
the garden.
Yeah, come on, get out of here. Also, look at the root balls on these dandelions.
I know, those are sturdy.
Those are like turnips. Dandelions are going to survive the apocalypse. They already know what's coming.
They've already been, you know, like
Again,
Hey,
all
I-
these very like interesting subtle hints within like the environment.
it's like, yeah, we're getting towards that ecological
I
collapse.
bet you missed one.
Yeah,
I know it.
this one
I'm
here.
gonna loop around so I don't want to step on the flowers. My wife worked hard on this garden.
That's fair.
Those are some nice flowers.
Look at them. They're such beautiful colors. There we go.
Excellent. Now we need to go into the shed.
Ladybugs are absolutely simple, efficient, and glorious, and there's a bunch of different kinds.
Hey, Dad, I saw that crazy chef guy again.
Huh?
Oh,
Jesus Christ, there's
It's
so
time
many
for
balls.
sports.
Kids, you don't need this many soccer balls.
No, it's
How
time for
many are
sports.
There are too many.
Okay, my
Oh, God,
hypothesis.
It's a push mower. Oh dear.
My hypothesis
That is
is that
winner
these
for
were
it.
salvaged from the
Come here,
remnants
honey.
of organized
Come here.
sports.
Oh, I can't get that thing on the
This
roof.
thing-
They
Oh,
went
well.
into the stadium and they took as many soccer and volley and basketballs as they could carry. The footballs were already in the shed.
Be
Yep.
careful,
Cool.
Dad. Don't
Whoop.
mess up my collectibles.
Oh no.
Your
Tommy,
collectibles.
why do you have so many footballs?
They're all different and, like, special or something.
Oh,
Tommy.
now I get it.
What?
Come on.
Tommy has
I-
scavenged the remnants of
Some are for
the
playing
NBA.
house, and some are for playing Space Dolly, and some...
No, they're not. They're not like that. Stacy, why are your butterfly hair clips always like dumpsters?
That's probably fine.
Well, I would mow the lawn, but I hurt my knee at basketball practice, and my elbow at baseball, and my foot at...
It's so weird to hear like actual English
Stacy,
words in
why
a
are you pouring
Splatoon
ketchup
game,
in your
man.
brother's drink?
I'm just trying to make a potion.
Ah
Well,
yes,
dear,
the ancient child
I've got a book on
tradition,
chemistry
potion.
that'll teach you to make real potions.
Tell me about some of the potions y'all made when you were kids. My mom would, she had a bunch of garden stuff, and so whenever I would pick up flowers from there, I would always
Some of my
squeeze it
army men are
into
still
like
buried there.
tiny,
Rest their souls.
like caps for water bottles and that sort of thing, and be like,
Of course I
"Drink
had
it, it
to.
throws
You want
potion."
their bodies lying all over the house?
Yeah.
Ooh, there's some of that dark humor that Splatoon gets into. Do you want their bodies lying all over the house?
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Ow,
Splatoon was already.
Mommy is feeding ants.
When there's a toxic
Let's go,
spill
it's
and these
push-
guys get giant, please thank me.
Holy shit!
This
Hey,
is
Dad, the way you're
interesting
mowing the
too,
lawn
showing
reminds
like
me of
the
this one
early
episode of Sports
adaptation
Johnson, where he
towards
goes back in
using
time and
tools.
his son, Sports Johnson.
Yeah.
JJ.
Also, this is
He
exactly how it
son
feels to use a
trained
push
to
mower.
win.
Source, I
Soccer
use a
match
push
on the
mower.
earth of food.
Oh
And
god, are
we
you
do.
okay?
Are we ever gonna play soccer
Actually,
together?
yes, I like it a lot more than I like power mowers because I find power mowers, like,
That's true.
Loud.
Power mowers are a little scary.
they're loud
Yeah.
and they scare me, whereas push mowers are very simple and friendly and nice.
And understandable.
Yes. I look at them and I see all the gears go, whereas I plug in the push mower and, or I plug in
Hold
the...
You plug?
Well, yeah, we've got an electric mower. What? Do you think we've got, like, gas mower money?
Okay, I didn't know there was plug. I legitimately
Yeah.
did not know.
There are plug-in push mowers, you just have to be careful not to run over the cord, because then
Yeah, I
they're
was gonna say, that seems like an alarmingly plausible thing.
Yeah, which is part of the reason it scares me so much.
Yeah,
Gas
no
mowers
kidding.
aren't much better, they're so loud. They're so loud, they
They're
make my
very
ears hurt.
Yeah, I hated having to mow the lawn just because it was loud and like I don't know, it had bad smell.
Oh yeah, god, the gas smell, terrible. I don't have a lawn anymore, but memories.
Yeah.
I like the push mower. I don't mind mowing the lawn when I'm using the push mower. It's clean, it's efficient, it's good for your muscles and bones.
If you have them.
If you have them. Not everybody's lucky enough to have bones, as we are seeing here.
It's interesting how irregular the grass patches are. I wonder if that's another, like, kind of sign of the, you know, the
Whole
things being
ecological
changed,
collapse
or
thing?
or if it's, you know, just kids.
I think it's just kids.
Yeah.
Like, my lawn looks exactly like that.
That's true.
Hell, this looks better than my lawn right now.
Why is there 3 gigantic gnomes? Because there was a big one in the flower patch and now there's 2 to the left. I'm just like,
What, your yard
ma'am?
doesn't have a collection of gnomes?
They're sentries. No, I will not elaborate.
No,
I
you're
wasn't
right.
gonna ask.
Dad, when you chop trees, do they feel pain?
Oh!
Stacy, dumb things like
Stacy, thanks!
Don't feel pain.
Oh Jesus. Tommy. Tommy,
Kids,
you
we're
might
gonna
wanna
have a
think.
talk about biology.
And
Yeah.
And
I'm a firm believer in just because something doesn't feel things in a way we understand doesn't mean it can't feel things.
exactly.
It still has a neurological system of some kind. Oh god, there goes the axe.
It's okay. I got it.
Oh
Yep.
sweet.
Be careful with that. Man, swinging axes is so scary.
And that's when you have, like, bones to help control it.
Yeah. So
It just
the
wibble and
absolute
wobble it.
the absolute courage.
Oh no!
No! I hope there weren't any eggs in there!
Don't worry, kiddo. I got it.
Also, don't worry, eggs are not as fragile as you think. Obviously, you should avoid shaking or breaking them, but they are designed to be pretty durable.
Most of them.
Let's see. Whoop, whoop.
There's a little
There we
hook.
go.
You know!
Oh god.
Use a gnome. Throw a gnome into his
See?
No.
We told you, sentries.
So, clearly, clearly, octopi do
Honey,
face some
what's going
prejudice
on
in
over there?
society.
Fucked up.
Anyway, I have a surprise for the whole family. A free trip to the
Ketchup.
aquarium! I know you think aquariums are festering prisons of iniquity, but I've got to write an article for the paper. Can't you make an exception this time? For me? Oh, groceries. We need to go to the grocery store. We need things like cereal for the kids. Right, kids?
Well, we already have cereal.
We need so much cereal. Then it's settled. We're all going to the grocery store.
This is going to be interesting. We're going to see some of, like, you know, the
I want Sports Johnson
more of the
cereal,
pre-collapse
pizza,
society.
and soda, and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
And I want an apple.
Man, that I was joking about relating it to Fallout, but all the style really does make me think of
there's
like the pre-bomb Fallout society.
Yeah, like
with
the
styling.
pseudo-retro style, the kind of like, what do they call that, retrofuturism?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are they gonna tell us what happened to the Eiffel Tower?
Oh, I hope so. Maybe we'll run
I
into
can't
it.
believe.
Okay, let's take a minute. Mega Meat, half off sale, half on. Soda Hit City, Sky High Sales, Nasta.
Nasty.
Again,
Mega
with
Meat.
with the space theming.
And Mega Meat. I really need to point out Mega Meat real quick.
I love
Genetic
Mega Meat.
modification has been going insane.
I can't believe the cows are so tall.
And also just the delightful writing of the find all of your favorite items at normal price.
God. That really be how they write that shit.
Yep. Is that?
Who's this guy?
He's just chilling. He's waiting for his mom to pick him up.
Oh, word.
Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. Oh, that's Desmond?
Oh, this is
okay.
interesting. This is one of those like segues.
Oh, there's a
Oh.
segue in this.
That's how you can tell it's retro future.
Yeah, exactly.
Gervison's has revolutionized the modern shopping experience. Everything
Find the
here is
first
automated and handled remotely.
Oh, again with the retrofuturism and automated like shopping system.
Okay, you want
Also,
my
we got
my
Redbox.
we got Redbox. You want my big take? You want my spicy big take?
Absolutely.
I think Octarians might have taken some inspiration from this kind of automated supermarket.
Yeah,
I think they might
that's
have taken
true.
some inspiration from this
the
for their
Jaws
own
knockoff.
society.
Guys, the Jaws knockoff was bully.
Oh, hang on,
Also,
hang on.
They
Very
put
important, very important, very
in
important.
Splatoon. Yeah.
We need shutter shades.
Damn
Aw,
right
these
we
aren't
do.
the shutter shades. Here, sir, you can have these.
Nice Octavio reference. Octavio Origins?
Is this an
That's why-
origin story? Oh my
Oh right,
god.
that's what I was gonna say earlier before I had to deal with Cake. I was thinking, oh my god, is this Octavio or is this like Octavio's grandpa or
I
something?
think this might be the beginning of the dynasty.
Yeah, you're so right. There we go.
Yes!
Oh. Hang on,
Yes,
hang
that
on.
was
Can
vital.
I look at the camera?
I drink so much milk, I think I'm utterly in love.
Look at this.
Excellent.
Oh, hell
you
yes.
can see how this is where the Octavio dynasty got started. Ma'am, you can see I'm standing here.
Ma'am, we are
again with
stands
this
here.
like weird like hints at discrimination against octolings. This is fucked up.
Honestly.
Also, wait, hold on. If
I can't
if we're operating under the idea that perhaps this is an Octavio lineage origin story, could this have something to do with the fact that we never see Octavio change at all?
That's true. That's a very
Our
good
freezer
point.
section is all
Hold on,
frozen
we
up.
need to get the
We're
frozen
working
pizza.
on getting it fixed,
You're-
but
you're
we're
mixing-
sure at
you're
least
going
one
past the
freezer
frozen
door is
pizza.
working.
The doors aren't working. They're frozen shut. But there's an
Oh.
open one right over here.
Do you work here?
Oh, we have to.
I'm sorry. Does anyone work here?
No.
The writing
Or-
is
oh.
very good.
Oh, we just have to. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, a display of the trademark octopi flexibility.
Oh boy.
Yep, come on.
Even now, the slipping through small spaces thing.
Come on.
Let's go, platforming master.
I'm not the platforming master, I'm the puzzle master.
platform gaming nerd.
I've got to rebrand. Whoop, there we go.
Just one foot in front of the other.
There
Oh,
we
yeah,
go.
it is a snow level.
Oh yeah. Again, with the like very interesting like they really decided to really stretch what they could do with the system in this in terms of like level design. It's so interesting.
Stretch. Because you're stretching.
Whoa!
What?
Oh, we're in the vents.
We got
Classic octopus behavior, you know.
Listen, going through ductwork
Deeper
is a
dish.
very, very classic octopus move.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so good at that.
And
it's
then
their
again,
trick.
like obviously like there's a much more like puzzle-oriented gameplay in this DLC.
Man, I'm a little sad that there isn't as much like again, they're going for that 60s retro futurism look, but I really loved that really like
the last
street.
Sports Johnson cereal. I hope nobody steals it while I look over here.
I see.
Well, it
imagine
looks
that
like
happening,
we're going to
man.
have to do crimes.
Look at me, just a normal friend walking around, not stealing things. Gotta look at diaper.
The paper.
Just chillin'. Gonna look at these
Coffee.
spaghettios. Gotta look at the spaghettios. Don't even worry
the
about me.
ravioli.
I'm looking so hard at this. What is this?
Freelance astro.
Freelance
Nitro
cocktail
nuts.
astronauts.
Cocktail astronauts.
You know, for cocktail nights. And this.
Oh.
Oh, hun, we need this carbon coffee.
What are you doing?
Whoop. Don't worry about that. I'm so sorry.
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
You know what? This is actually our coffee brand. I'll just be over here. Except I have actually another plan to do an evil crime. Again, this like we keep saying, the puzzling, like coming up with different kind of solutions for the problems you face. Let's see. Oh, as always with Splatoon, though, the camera work can get a little tricky.
Yes. It reminds
I guess I'm
me
just
of,
over here now.
It gives me a little bit of those. Well,
I think you're gonna have to get on top of one of the shelves.
Yeah. Yep, don't worry about me.
Like you're really not gonna get anywhere with this woman hanging over you.
This Karen.
She does have Karen vibes.
She's
She
blonde.
does have Karen vibes.
She's blonde. She got the last thing of a thing that's apparently really desirable, and she's gonna be a bitch about it.
Just continuing to browse like, lady, we both know what's going on. Hello. Don't mind
What's
me.
Hi
up?
there.
You folks having a nice day?
Well, if I were to see someone climbing the shelf at the grocery store, I would simply mind my business.
Honestly.
Correct. That's what you're supposed to do. It's the grocery store. You leave other people alone. It's not your
Things
fucking
just
business.
happen in the grocery store, and you look the other way and mind your fucking business.
Absolutely.
There we go. I'm gonna nudge myself a little more towards that edge.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear the style that they went for with this music. I wasn't expecting how calm it is.
Yeah, it's a very
Frosted
different vibe,
nut
like the
and
high
eggs.
energy.
No! I need my kids need their sugary cereal fix!
Bye.
Later.
Bye, Karen.
Destroy! Destroy! Hear that? Abazor action figures are back in stock by popular demand.
What the fuck?
Oh, look at this. They got
I would get the new Abazor for my son, but I hear they promote robot violence.
Quap? Holy shit, I didn't know there was a Quap reference.
and Stanley's Parables.
Oh no.
That's interesting
They
that they like
did.
gave these little shout outs to other like indie studios.
To choose Stanley
Stanley
Parables.
Parable.
Yeah, Stanley Parable. Choose Stanley Parable specifically is really interesting, just given the entire like premise of the game.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
true. And like how there's all these themes in Octarian society of like, like unreality and like control. That's a
Yeah.
I wonder
Enough
if
soda
that
for
was
the
like
big
their
game? Maybe for a
intent in
big
this.
party? Only Gerbison's has a soda city big enough to handle all your biggest events.
Why is... Well, I swear, this really is fucking Octarian phobic. The Octarian... just, like, why are they so mean to this struggling man?
He's just trying to raise his family. He's trying to be part of your society. Look at all the
Our
sacrifices
deli
he has
offers
made.
a variety of creatures that can be fried, barbecued, roasted, and toasted.
Well,
Stop
come
on
on,
by.
Creatures?
A variety of creatures, huh?
That's
I guess maybe that's
way
supposed
of
to
putting
imply
it.
like mammal kind is already starting to die out a little bit. So like maybe there's not as many like cows and such. So they're trying out alternate food sources.
Like
That's the
crickets,
mega
maybe?
meat.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone
let's
knows
try to
crickets
get
are the way of the
higher.
future.
Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go.
No!
Oh, come on.
No!
We gotta get a little higher.
Alright, come on.
There
Why
we
would
go.
There we go.
That's gotta do it.
Man, and they
No,
wonder
we don't
why
need any of that
humans...
NASTA.
We don't need NASTA. Anyway,
I
you
need
you
NASTA
wonder why
soda.
humans went extinct, and here they are putting the only mango soda in the store on a little plain toy.
Like, what if someone else wants mango? Like,
For something that's talking about how like they got everything and they're all automated, this is not a very user-friendly store.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely not. Exploda, excuse me?
I want that.
Extreme sweet stairs. Boy, at this location. They're advertising sweepstakes that they are not participating in. Also, we do have to look at this.
Mint
See,
crap.
when the red light's on, the speaker is off. That means it's safe for me to talk about how we get our meat from... What? What is it? Oh, geez. What I was saying was, it's safe to talk about how we get our meat from... nowhere. Gerbison's.
What?
Again with that
Oh,
dark
no.
humor.
This milk says it's packed with vitamin G.
Oh, vitamin G, that one's my favorite.
Let's actually look at these meat stuffs. Like we can see obviously some kind of poultry is still very plentiful.
Yeah, birds survive the apocalypse. This we already know. This is established in canon.
We have
Yeah.
pigeons and
Oh, we
stuff.
gotta get chocolate milk too. Let's do that while we're over here.
We need to get orange
kids
juice,
need-
goddammit.
Our kids need their hot chocolatey milk. They're
And
growing
they're-
boys and girls.
Let's see, now where's the chocolatey?
I think it's
Is
that
it
one
not the
way in the
carton?
back there. Oh, no, we don't need this one. Here, just there we go.
Put it back?
Yeah, that one way in the back.
Is it the... Would it be the dark card?
Yeah, see that one like way in the back in this row.
Glowing yellow.
Oh.
I really
okay.
like their objective system here, where they give you a good idea of what you're after.
Yep, no, not that one. Oh, jeez.
Listen,
Oh,
this is
gee.
just what normal supermarket experience is like.
Yeah,
I
this is
think
what
we
I
might need to
spend
get a
like
little
every
closer.
time I go shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's just
let me take
time
a
to have a
couple
nervous
steps.
breakdown. Kind of want to play Minecraft.
Mintcraft.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
God,
what's
Mintcraft's-
Minecraft?
We only have
This is even
Mintcraft
better.
here.
Please shove Minecraft into that. That sounds so good. Oh, wait, my alarm went off. I'll be right back.
Speaking of hot chocolatey, I don't actually know
Uh-huh.
what Jake's making. There we go.
I'm making
That
fun
milk
Freddy.
company. Indie AAA milk.
Interesting.
making
Again
a-
with this world building.
I'm making funfetti.
Ooh,
But yeah,
nice.
fear me.
Creeper. Oh man.
So we back in Soda City.
Just wiped out Tomato Town.
Alright. Okay.
Oh,
Apples are in the
no.
back there. Let's head on over.
We here at Gerbison's promote family values by offering great values to great
Whoa!
families.
Who's that? Oh, look at that visual pun.
Apples and oranges, baby.
God, these are some very slippery. Yeah! Perfect apple for our precious baby girl.
Yeah, who's been
but
eating?
Get away from.
Free sushi samples in the bag. They are delicious.
Oh, we gotta get in on that.
Oh, there's absolutely
Oh.
nothing suspicious about that.
The episode with the tomatoes.
Not Tomato Town.
Saucy.
As you can tell, I was gonna say something there, but I'm just staggered at how poorly laid out this store is.
Yeah, this is not...
Maybe having a fully automated store was not the best idea.
Can't worry about that right now, though. We got sushi samples to get. We do know how Inkfish love their sushi.
Oh, absolutely. Whoa, look at the size of those ribs! What are those from?
Remember we saw the poster. Big meat.
Big meat.
I will turn you into moderately priced sushi roll.
Run.
Slow down.
No, thank
No.
you.
Kill you.
I have children.
Again. Oh god, is that blood? It could very well be blood.
Oh god.
Stuck in a jam. Oh, jam.
Oh god. Oh,
I think you're toast.
Ooh.
Ooh, splatted.
I mean, we know how difficult these puzzles are in Octo Expansion. There's
Yeah.
gonna be a few retries, I think. Maybe if I get myself in a little better position.
It's the jam. It's the jam.
It's the jam for me.
And putting some obstacles in the path might help.
Yeah.
I will turn you into moderately priced sushi.
That really gets me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your focus should be on getting a huge lead here as best you can.
Yeah.
Because this
And
guy
I think
is not
actually, if I
slowing
get
down
kind of on
completely.
this on the shelf here, I might be able to avoid that. Hopefully it's
Speedrun
jam.
tech.
Yeah, alright.
Speedrun tech.
Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh yeah. We did.
Speedrun tech.
Oh. And any Octo Expansion speedrunner will tell
There
you that
you
getting
are.
jam skip
We
is
were
key.
getting worried. You're always up to something odd. What were you doing back
Nah,
there?
we're up to very ordinary business.
Well,
It's the world that is odd here.
appreciated. Mulling over some nice, succinct words. You're going to say, oh,
let's...
Scarlet, I work for the government to fight aquatic terrorists from Neptune, and this grocery store was full of them. All right. I'll wait.
Ooh. Oh, they really just
Ooh.
hit you with this, like this very human kind of moment. And it's like
Very humanizing kind of moment. Who can't relate to having to explain themselves?
and especially like we know that like clearly this is very early on in like the Octarian evolution. I don't think they quite have the grasp of like language yet, so it's like you're kind of trapped in this moment. Even if you wanted to explain everything to your wife, you're not physically capable.
Yeah. And that's such a hard position to be in. When you have all of this, like, you know what you want to say, but you can't find the words to convey it properly.
Yeah, it's again a very human moment, a very wonderful piece of writing. And then of course we have to go and do one of the hardest puzzles in the game, self-checkout.
Oh, I can't even do self-checkout in real life.
Oh, and then this, like, you have this like moment with your wife, and it's like the kids are right there. It's again such a old thing.
You know how picky these things are. You know how choosy these things are about putting your item in the bagging area.
Unexpected item in the bagging area. Unexpected item. Unexpected.
Masterpiece.
This is what I mean when I say I can't even do this in real life. Every single time. Unexpected item in the bagging area. unexpected item in the bagging area, and it just drives me up the wall. Oh, that's the worst when they're like, please wait for an employee to assist you. I don't need assistance, I need you to register that I'm putting my items.
We got
Now
it
that
done,
we've got
though.
our groceries,
we
it's
pulled
time to head to the aquarium. Well, that makes 2 of us.
Ooh.
Oh no.
To the car, kids.
Yay! I want to see a snugglefish.
I want to climb something condemned.
Honey, it's really simple. You can come to the aquarium with your family, or you can walk home alone.
Ooh.
Come on,
Ooh.
Dad.
And that
What are you
fucking
waiting
Karen in
for?
the background just mocking us.
Well, at least we got the shades out of it.
Yeah.
Canon compliant run. These shutter shades have been passed down the family line for generations.
Ooh, take a look at that.
Oh, and of course, here's where really the meat of our
Check out that gift shop.
story happens. We reach the facility, the famous facility.
Tag yourself, I'm the biologist who knows a fish when I see one.
I'm that specific
Honey, are
line.
you all right? What has got you so spooked? Okay, I'll just have to add that to the list of questions. Don't worry.
Okay, did we get
we're
all
here
the
for you.
groceries?
We
Now,
got the groceries.
Let's get some tickets.
You did miss, and I guess since you're planning on eventually playing this for yourself, it's good that you didn't see the solution. We had the hardest puzzle in the game, the self-checkout, or at least one of
Oh,
the hardest
no.
puzzles in the game. This is a notoriously challenging
Can I see
DLC.
a fish someday?
Well,
Oh
yeah,
no,
the
that line really
universe
hits different when you
makes
know the
that
world is gonna
possible.
flood.
I will
Oh,
be a majestic
yeah.
fish with a big
And like
stomach
they,
and wings
again,
to fly
they
the
they
unicorn.
wrote this knowing obviously that the timeline is going to end in humans becoming extinct.
Yeah, all of this is.
Something smells fishy. You always say that.
This is exactly what scientists look like. Every scientist.
That's
I
true.
look
As soon
like
as you
this.
as soon as you go on T, you're going to immediately wake up with that specific beard.
Thank
That
God.
specific beard and, like,
My hair will
this-
be black.
that many polygons.
Yep, that's what happens. All right.
You just turn into that specific
You
character
know what?
model.
We don't need to care about these lines.
Hell,
Dude, again, this is just what it's like being in public spaces.
Yeah, I've done this more than once.
This is exactly what being in line is like.
honestly,
This
you
is
know,
what
yeah,
happened
you just
when
go.
we went to the Natural History Museum. I just started
your
gurgling
stay
and
is
hitting all the ropes, and you were like,
Fantastic.
"Why are you doing this?"
Why
No,
do
dude, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I was gurgling and hitting the ropes as well. You get into the museum and
whale of a
your
time.
animal brain kicks in and you just start bumping into every rope you see.
Hey, the K and C on ticket are switched.
It's fine.
Maybe that's a sign of like the early evolution of the language. 'cause
Okay, wait,
obviously-
hold on. Don't let those guys look at you too hard because clearly they don't.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
We need to find
gotta keep a
yeah.
low
Gotta go
profile.
through the
Let's
gift shop.
let's enter through the gift shop.
Oh, look at that piranha plushie.
Oh, it's so
Oh, I
good.
want
Also,
it.
they have free hats. This is crucial.
Put on a hat.
Okay, we need to pick a hat. Do you want the anglerfish hat or the jellyfish hat?
Angler.
Let's get a quick chat input. What are you guys thinking? Anglerfish or jellyfish?
Come on, chat. Oh wait, I think we can do a poll. How does that work?
But I unironically want that giant piranha plush.
I know, it's so cute.
It's so fat.
It's so chubby.
I love piranhas because, like, all the movies are like, oh, yeah, these are murder fish. They are made of evil and anger and teeth and bite, and they will eat you so much. And then you see them in real life, and they're just kind of these colorful little pug-faced guys who look a little
These
bit
little
grouchy.
guys.
They're literally just little guys.
The eel is also very good. Look at that smile.
We've got 3 for jelly, 2 for angler.
I will let you two contribute to. What do you think?
I think jellyfish will go well with our soup.
That's
Yeah.
true. Again, you
It's
gotta be
good color coordination.
It's important to be fashion forward as an inkling, or a
Yeah.
Octarian in this case.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they both? Wait.
Could this possibly be an indicator that Octarians were kind of the first to get the hang of land-based movement? Did Squid come
hell yeah.
later?
That's
Also,
very
if you're a fan,
Oh,
if you're a fan of eel plush, I have a pattern actually for eel plush,
Yep.
which I
Yeah,
can
what's this?
make available to you.
Oh, a long tube?
Shark Tank. And while I'm here, I might as well ask the nice aquarium people about where their money goes.
Where their money
Maybe the
goes.
fish eat it.
Hello,
Eels?
wife. Do you like my new
Eels?
hat?
That might as well be true.
I'm so sorry, but eels has been removed from OBS sources.
Oh.
Why are there so many different kinds of fish?
Excuse me,
Well,
sweetie.
when the Earth was
Is
Uh,
it because there was one fish and that fish divided into thousands of different kinds
Yes.
of fish?
well,
Yes,
Basically.
actually.
Because it needed thousands of special friends to swim with it and do all the different sea jobs in the sea city?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, actually, yes. That.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that what happened in Splatoon, pretty much?
Yeah?
Yeah, God, Stacy knows
Okay, kids,
exactly what
we'll
is
be back
up.
here in 2 hours.
Again, I wonder if that's supposed to be foreshadowing. Like maybe Stacy's gonna play a part in Splatoon 3.
I think Stacy may well play a role in Splatoon 3.
Stacy is mayor of the outpost city in Splatoon 3. Did they give it
Oh
a
my
name?
god, the City of Chaos. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still calling it Bunkara because I think that's cool.
It's Bunkara in Japanese, which is like Bunker City, and then they
Alright,
just called it
let's go.
Splatsville in English because we can't have nice things. Oh God, our family's gone.
Why did everyone go in different directions?
That's just what happens when you bring your family to a public place.
Yeah,
World
that's true.
of Kelp. Finally, an exhibit about the importance of kelp. Kelp is underrated.
It's true. Let's see, we got the Amazon arcade, we got the World of Kelp, and I imagine just understanding rule of threes, there's probably some other third thing.
God
gotta
kelp
be.
us all.
Oh God.
It's
Oh,
the
this
giant.
is clearly the predecessor to the
My
Wahoo World
ampule
mascot.
of the Renzini
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
allow
you're
me to
right.
detect nearby sea creatures.
This shark is
Oh,
from
God.
Baston.
Karen followed
Karen.
us to the museum.
Ugh.
Feel Karen's Fruit Loops
Oh,
again.
is that a grouper? I think that's a
Oh,
grouper.
grouper? Should the other fish be?
Are those? Yeah, I'm seeing some butterfly fish, a grouper, potentially. I
there's a
think those might be
manta!
skipjack. Is that a manta? I don't think that's a manta. I think that's
It's
just a
some
regular
kind of
ray.
ray.
Excited to go to the
It's just a ray.
Yeah. Oh, there's
right.
a
Oh,
deep sea exhibit. Oh, that must be where
I
they find the
feel
deep sea metro.
very bad for our protagonist here because clearly this is not where he wants to be. But I really want to see the deep sea exhibit.
All right. So we got the deep
dark
sea, we got the
sea.
cafeteria, we got the kelp
Hobbies and
exhibit, and we got
arcade.
the Amazon arcade. Where you guys want to go?
You
first?
already know we got to go to the deep sea.
That's true. What am I even saying?
Like that's it.
Biologists look like they're up to something.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
Dude, biologists are always up to something.
What wonders await you in the dark?
man, this is making me want to go to like an aquarium or a
I'd
museum or
wanna
whatever
go for a
really bad.
Also, they really nailed the museum narration voice. That's such a nice detail.
Stirs in the deep. Mayhaps you can shed some light on it before it consumes you.
What?
Oh, you know.
It's fine.
All right, let's do this. Let's head to the deep sea metro.
Please be careful in the
Hell
deep
yeah.
ocean. It's easy to stumble.
So is this where we start taking the tests, or have we been on test
I
central?
think, we've kind of been in like the kind of early line warm-up ones,
You are
and now we're
now
gonna start getting
entering
to the
the
more
deep
like,
ocean.
involved.
I have been
Home
to an exhibit
many
exactly
strange
like
and
this.
mysterious
Oh my god.
creatures.
Where?
Bear witness
Vancouver
to
Island.
their world.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vancouver Island is.
Daddy?
Oh no, our baby.
Is that you? I'm lost!
Oh
Get
no,
out of here!
baby, it's okay. Oh,
We're gonna
look, she got a
rescue
hat to match us,
Oh,
even though we
no,
lost our hat.
Okay, Dad?
Complete the dance floor? Hell yeah!
Dad,
Oh, we can do that.
can you imagine if there were bugs all around us right now? We wouldn't
That would be
see
very
them.
cool.
They could be everywhere.
Stacy, I don't like that train of thought. You can get it back!
Yes, we need our hat back. This is,
We need to
this
match
is
her
crucial.
child.
Matchy matchy.
Yes.
They're like this once.
Oh, worm?
Predators seek out the phosphorescent glow of their prey. Do you have what it takes to hunt in the darkness?
Let's
I
go!
bet you don't.
Dad, if you leave me here, some fish will adopt me and make me live in the ocean. I don't want to eat krill.
Oh,
Too bad!
Wow.
Let's go.
Mom told us you two used to go dancing, but I didn't know you had moves like those.
Oh, I see.
Come on, Dad, catch the little glowing fishies. Catch
I'm
them
trying,
with your feet.
kiddo.
Oh, hey, and those are squid.
Oh, the foreshadowing!
Those are firefly squid.
Oh, that's wacky.
Oh my god, this is foreshadowing for the Great War.
So, if
Holy
you were
shit.
a bigger fish, you would catch the smaller fish and then raise them to be big fish.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Congratulations,
Yes,
Hunter.
honey,
You
perfect.
have what it takes. Now take a shake light and descend.
I can't see.
Take a shit.
Are there any more lights around here?
Don't
Baby
worry,
girl.
honey, Dad.
Take a shake light.
We're gonna take a shake light.
Jellyfish
And we're
can
gonna shake,
live
shake, shake, shake.
forever. Can you?
Ominous, thank you.
Oh my god, is this even more foreshadowing? They're just going in on it, huh?
They truly are.
Shake that
Stacy is
light.
the Cassandra of Splatoon. You gotta shake your light.
Ooh, jellies. They make me feel like I'm wrapped up in a warm, cozy blanket made
Good.
of jelly.
Shake that light.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Why do these jellies look like UFOs?
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, honey, you're kind of pinning Dad to the glass.
Sometimes I dream about swimming in the ocean and hearing something calling from deep below. Calling me toward you.
That's probably fine.
It's Gridco.
It turns
Oh,
out to be a
no.
seahorse ranch.
Oh, honey, let Daddy go, thank you. Alright. Let's go, sweetie. That's alright. It's okay.
I forgot I was scared.
That is ominous. I don't like that. Oh,
Why is
Jesus.
it so big?
Get me out of here.
I didn't
Bro, where's
think
this thing
English got
taking
that
me?
big.
We're going to EBDB.
Let's see.
You mean Squeeby DB?
Yeah. This is Squeeby DB.
Whoopsies.
I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, that's I don't like that.
That's a big
Let's see.
jerkwad.
I think this might be a dead end. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you go left.
emphasis
left.
on dead.
You go left, there was an opening over
There
there.
we go.
Yeah.
How deep do they live? Whoop.
No, not that guy. Stay away from that
double.
one.
We gotta help our baby out of here, though.
Yeah, but there's gotta be a...
Why is it so dark down here? Did a fuse blow?
Oh no! Dad, it's one of those science men that you're afraid of. Give me the shaky light. Thanks, Dad.
Excuse me, little girl.
Oh.
Go.
I
Go.
love you, baby.
That was the majestic hall of jellyfish. Were you
Bless our baby
entranced?
girl. See,
I bet you
we've
were.
had all these instances of like,
Bonding moments.
oh god.
Why do they do it like this? Oh,
Honey, don't worry, we're gonna.
Dad, I think that fish is growling.
Don't worry, honey, Daddy's gonna protect you.
we're gonna kill this bitch.
Get the lights working.
That's what lives in my closet.
Oh,
How do
that's
we
right,
get
the
the
lights
lights
aren't working
working?
yet. Okay.
We have to go to maintenance.
Why does it have such big teeth?
I don't know, honey. was gonna say before we got terrified, it's nice that like after we've seen all these moments of like kind of the world. Oh God.
Hold on, Dad! I'm coming over to help!
Thank you, honey.
Mom doesn't usually let me play around electrical sockets.
Oh, who plugged all this? Why do you have 15 different... You know what? At this point, society's in shambles. Why don't we have...
I'm sure that's where that goes, Dad.
Positive, honey. Octarians, as we know, are great with their machinery. Not so great with sockets, though, actually.
Yeah, this is...
Nope. Ketchup.
Front.
I gotta shake it out all over the floor. Ketchup is red, though.
It's over on the right side.
Near the blue, but forward.
Yeah, beside the blue.
Yeah,
See?
I see. I was just counting the prongs. I didn't think about the size.
I don't know how long they're gonna fight off the darkness.
Don't worry, honey.
The sockets are also color-coded, I think.
I can't read.
So this one's closest to the camera on the left.
Yeah. So there's red.
So let's
red
get
to
over
red.
there a little bit. Yeah, honey, keep shaking that light.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby girl.
Let's get a little
Come on.
closer. Oh,
Who can't relate?
I'm just hidden there.
This is exactly what it feels like when you're trying to plug in your phone at night.
Yeah, honestly. Let's get a little closer. Oh God.
Yeah, come on. Pull it together.
Gotta do it for the kid. Well, no, I don't need the tape. I don't need the tape. I need this.
All right, you already know where that goes. It is right there. It is right there.
I was gonna do a goof where I pretended I didn't know where it was, but then it plugged in, so I couldn't.
So again, more emphasis on how integrated they are with their technology. Maybe because they've had more chances to learn. Like they've been at this longer.
Dad, I think there is something really scary in here.
Don't you worry, honey. Dad's got this. Probably.
All right, we gotta light up this.
Dad, blind him! Blind him!
Stacy, honey, you do worry me.
No, she's got a point. All right, where's our three? Where's our three?
Where is our 3?
Is it Finn?
That might be it. Yep, there we go. Alright, where's number 4? Whoop.
Oh.
Witness the amazingly cuddly Snugglefish. A stuffed Snugglefish toy makes a killer gift.
Oh, he isn't mean. Just misunderstood.
This fish makes a plush toy that is to die for.
Oh, and see,
so
that's...
cute you'll say, I want to
like,
eat you up.
Subtle foreshadowing. It's like... The Octarians aren't, like, inherently evil. They're just... You know, they're trying to make their way in the world. They're misunderstood.
Yeah.
Lift your legs up high, Dad.
Oh no.
Honey, I'm trying.
Try
Go.
up on the edges.
Yeah, maybe if I get up.
Maybe that's the pro gamer move.
Don't be scared. Escalators are just stairs with attitude.
I'm
I love
realizing
our
that
child.
my setup is going to make this astoundingly difficult. I have
Why? What
I
did
have
you say?
real life gravity working against me.
Oh jeez.
Because the way this works is I have to shove my controller forward to actually jump forward like that. Oh, hang on.
Yes.
Yes. Can you touch that button?
Honey, don't worry, Dad. Ugh, come on, let me reach the button. I have to help my baby. I gotta move a little closer.
The fish
There
died.
we go.
Alright, come on, baby girl.
There we go.
Thank God.
Go. Oh.
Okay, so we've got our daughter.
Yep. Oh no.
God damn it.
Not again.
All
How
right.
many stairs trials must we face?
I believe in you, Puzz.
Thank you. Again, you can see this is where those like famously difficult puzzles are kind of coming.
Yeah.
Anything
This is so also like ableist.
Yeah, what the fuck
Yeah, this is not wheelchair accessible.
What the fuck is up with this aquarium, man?
There's a lot fucked up.
Once again,
with the
society is in shambles.
because the elevators are broken, the lights got all busted.
Oh my god, this is making me real life exhausted.
This is the real final boss. Stairs.
My only weakness.
I feel like I've heard this synth work somewhere before.
Yeah, I was gonna say! Oh, by the way, this is still categorized under art.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change the category. Let me do that real quick.
It's because it's performance art.
Okay, I don't actually know how to pause.
Didn't you pause earlier?
Yeah, by accident. I don't know how to do that. There we go.
Well, you get your settings changed. I'm gonna go get my charger.
Good thinking. Let's change this to Octo Expansion.
So, chat, how are you guys liking Octo Expansion so far? It really feels like they went. I feel like this is almost a different team. I really like it.
I think they
like
did.
how
Like,
they're.
I think you missed some of the opening credit, which was really interesting that they did an opening credit scroll.
Yeah. Yeah, I really dig that they went just in a totally different direction. I really love artists overall that like feel comfortable enough with their material that they'll really explore different avenues. Yeah, there's a lot of I feel like a lot of the stuff in the main game of Splatoon 2, the sort of world building, it was more lighthearted, even though there was some darker tones, but you had to read deeper into it to find those. Meanwhile, these are just kind of more in your face with how dark they are. It's like, huh, fuck.
Especially again that subtle touch of like setting it so far in the past. So it's like what society is eventually going to come to, and yet they still have you bonding with like your family and your kids and everyone.
It's like, damn, dog. They really want you to feel.
I'm gonna try to get back. I know we're waiting on Jay, but it's gonna take me a while to get up these fucking stairs.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm assuming it's not picking up, but my god, the noises
I can hear it. I can hear what the sound, the clacky of your controller.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know there were camera controls. I could have been using those this whole time.
Mood.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna see if maybe doing it with
You want to look at settings to see if there's a way to mess with controls?
No, I'm just like I'm just testing. Man, I'm testing everything I got here.
You're testing the waters? Let's go.
Oh god. My kid has to watch this happen.
We have to make sure our lawful good daughter does as this makes her happy.
Look, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, please. Oh, come on, please. Oh, come on, please. Oh, so close.
Yeah, you gotta switch it so it works right, or I'll be stuck here forever!
Oh. Come here, baby.
Why was I holding my breath?
Because I made that so painful to watch.
Okay, but
Thank
that's
you
just...
for visiting the deep ocean. Were you undelighted? I bet you weren't.
What?
Bro, what the fuck is up with this aquarium?
No wonder our journalist wife is like, it's time to bust
Again,
these bitches.
as Jay keeps saying, like, society is clearly, even this early on, collapsing. It's no wonder the humans go extinct. I'm gonna wait here a second for Jay to get back before we go on to, like, the next puzzle.
I love the little idle animation of the mustache. That makes me
Yeah,
happy.
again, even this early on, like, you can see how they're, like, how the inkfish are actively, like, taking an interest in, like, styling. Also,
Yeah.
God, true Nightmare Judge.
Yeah.
As someone who does, like, work in museums for my day job, that's something I'm intensely mindful of. It's like, my God, just let people be able to come to the museums and not have it be, like, actively bad for them.
Look, I get that you want to have some crazy artsy stairs, but also can we have a ramp?
Can you have a crazy, artsy, useful, and regulation ramp?
Come on, there is absolutely disabled artists out there that would have a ball planning and designing something like that. Come on.
So much. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm taking a workshop later next week on adapting visual mediums to people with low or no vision.
Oh, wow, that's gotta be interesting.
Oh, Nightmare Judge, that would be so cool!
Ooh, that would be so fucking pretty. Why haven't people taken that idea? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, escalators in general are a nightmare.
Yeah. They're also so fucking dirty. Ugh! I worked in a mall for 2 different holiday seasons, and I was just...
Oh, God,
I hated
true.
it.
God, we do look good in this hat.
That is fucking... I wonder how much... I hope that we can use that in multiplayer layer, and like...
Yeah,
really
I hope it's like
wonder what the
hero
that's
mode
got.
where at the end of it you unlock some of the
Some
fashion
replica.
items, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna put on my hoodie while we're sitting, because it's starting to finally cool off a little bit. It's been warm today. I'm a warm little baby.
Just a warm little puzz. We've got a warm little lesbian going on. Is that so?
Again, these early like evolutions of the Inkling and Octarian languages. Just so many good touches.
Now I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to remember, I've been to a couple different museums throughout SoCal, and I know, like, museums and, like,
Did we win? Did we beat the stairs boss?
We finally beat the stairs boss. We wanted to wait for you before we finished the challenge.
Oh, thank you. I hope you weren't waiting long. I stood up and I was like, oh, I'm dizzy. I should probably eat something. Stairs are the final boss of real life, too.
Oh, God!
It's true. Alright, let's take our daughter out of here.
Yeah, we were just talking that we hope that this, we get some replicas of, like, the jellyfish hat and stuff.
For use in multiplayer after the DLC.
Because I want that jellyfish hat.
Come from the stars.
Sure, kid.
I
love our kid. Alright, now we got the Amazon arcade and we got, Kelpland.
Breathe underwater?
They're just really good at it, honey.
They're extremely talented. Why not the arcade?
Let's head to the arcade.
The arcade's left?
Yeah.
Why are you going to the cafeteria?
Oh, I thought this was the stairs that I thought it was a full loop and I was incorrect. Here we go. Amazon Arcade.
I'm gonna guess Tommy's probably in here.
This seems like a joint where he'd be hanging.
This feels like Tommy's.
Oh god. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
There we go.
Again, this is just what happens when people exist in public spaces.
It's true. I've worked at museums. People just come in and they hit everything and they go, and then they walk out.
Oh no, Scarlet's in here.
Oh no. Our wife wants to talk to us alone, without the kids as a buffer.
Oh boy.
Can we talk? Well, we're alone without the kids for once. Honey, we should really talk.
Honey, I'm having, just like with our wedding, I'm having a difficult time facing you, but I'm listening.
Grow up and move away. Maybe we'll finally have time to travel.
Oh, honey.
This is nicer than I thought. But also, knowing where this
the aquarium
goes.
was more educational.
Yeah, no, you've got to write this story. You've got to shut this place down.
This place has so many inaccessibility issues.
Yeah, God, so much. Look at that, there's more friggin' stairs!
We gotta win prizes for our wife.
Again, with the Octarian, like, I guess obsession is the wrong word, but like, fascination.
Fixation?
With mechanics.
Could this also be the roots of Octarian fascination with human cultures? Because they've been fairly immersed in it, if you'll pardon the pun?
Probably. I can't believe Octarians were totally here before Inklings. It makes their stories all the more, tragic, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying the arm wigglies. Oh, look at this fish!
Oh! I really hope they made this cute aquarium stuff in real life too.
Yeah.
I absolutely want. That is an Arowana plush, and I want it so much.
Again,
Please
the
give it to
Splatoon team
your
does
wife.
such a good job with just
Strange
making
incidents
things
keep happening,
would
and you brush
want
them
in
off
real
like
life.
they're nothing. Like when your foot got caught in the ceiling fan, or when we ran out of printer ink and you just made more. And I keep buying you toothbrushes and then finding them in the trash.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's
she doesn't
fine.
know we don't have bones.
We have to use a special toothbrush to not hurt ourselves.
Gotta pull the snake.
Pull.
Come on!
You can do it.
We need Anaconda tier. Or Anaconda
Yeah.
Our Anaconda
Anaconda
absolutely do. Oh, and now we get the Anaconda plush!
For free.
Man, this can't be a very good business model for them. All you have to do is beat this funny little arcade game and you get free plushes.
Okay, but the
There was that
Octarians
time
seem
you
to
were
be
fixing
pretty
the
strong.
sink and the disposal came
Oh,
out,
they are
but you wouldn't
extremely
go to the
strong.
hospital, yet somehow your arm looks good as new. Are you ever going
Yeah,
to
don't worry
explain
about
that?
No.
Oh, again, all this
It's
world building about these early Octarian developments.
Octarians truly are the most powerful
It's like the
beings.
rainforests are being cut down. I guess nothing lasts forever, huh?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Excuse me, are they dropping live piranhas for you to throw?
Oh god, they are moving. They're probably just animatronics, you know?
Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Also,
They
you
might
are absolutely correct, Nightmare Judge. Don't ask questions you aren't prepared for the answers to, Scarlet.
I'm gonna take a few oh no, that's the wrong button, but I'm gonna take a couple steps the other direction, see if that affects my throwing angle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
To go a little higher. There we go.
Almost there. Gosh dang
And
it.
look, we still have freshwater fish at this. Oh, I guess we have freshwater fish in Splatoon as well, don't we?
Yeah.
It's heavily
Also, this is
implied.
an aquarium, so.
Also, this is an aquarium, so water quality can be monitored.
This is enrichment. Don't worry. They like to be eaten. Have you ever worked with piranha? They love getting thrown.
They love to get thrown around. It's their favorite.
It's like kids.
Editor's note, please do not throw piranhas. I have no idea how you would get access to piranhas, but please don't. This is a bit.
No, it's all true. I'm a marine biologist. Piranhas love their throwies.
They like
They
to
want
be
uppies,
eaten.
uppies for piranha.
Uppies for piranha.
Wait, I just thought of something.
Please, uppies for fishy.
No one can stop me.
And hey, look at this. We now have proof that the water allergy was very much a later development. At this point in time.
True.
Like, at this point in time, there's still very much water fluent, if that's...
Oh god, we got drenched. Yeah, I hope at this rate it's...
Hey, that guy's cheating.
Nope, it's fine.
It's not cheating if it's for my wife. Oh, I may get the piranha!
Honestly, I would just take one of the piranhas they give you to throw. I would
Just
simply
lead with
take
it.
one. I'm built different.
I don't get it.
It's a
You
piranha.
love the ocean, but you seem to hate the aquarium.
Oh, that. This is now a Toribo stream.
Oh, let's go.
Brain
Oh,
game is
are those
rigged.
geckos?
Oh, I am the master.
You are so good at craned game.
This is
Oh,
how I flirt
Gecko
with girls in
loaf.
real life too.
Remember when we were taking that cake decorating class?
Uh-huh.
After that bakery burned down, I had a lot of questions to answer.
I mean, look, it was a... Anyone could have made that mistake. Anyone could have burned down a bakery.
Crossover hypothesis.
Aren't these in danger?
Does Octarians is burnished from Promare? He's unlocked his latent fire powers.
Yeah, maybe that'll be in 3 too.
That's a goof. That's a bit. This really is so interesting. You might want to like rotate a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Here.
Again, it's very hard when you have no bump. Bonk. Bonk. Hey, wait. Could these be the Zapfish precursors?
Oh, very possible.
Oh, nice! You got 2 in 1.
Oh, I'm going to get a new record.
You're about to be the best at eel bonking.
Oh, I want the eel.
Again, let me see if I can find that link to the eel plush.
Give me that real eel.
You had a good
So
shark
you can-
pattern too, didn't you?
A little shark puppet pattern. It's very, very, very simple.
I've
It's
always
like 3
wondered what you
pieces.
did in that musty old basement, but I respect your
Powerful.
privacy.
Let's play Fruit Blast.
Let's
I wish
go.
Tumblr had a. You're not Tumblr. I wish Twitter had a better search function.
Oh god, so much.
Oh, they have. There is ways to go wild. To really be able to look at. There are filters.
Yeah, because if you look up like plush pattern or eel plush, I know I posted it to Twitter.
There is a way so that you can look through your own tweets looking for a specific word.
Oh, not quite.
You were so close.
We'll get it this time.
But I swear I did make an eel plush pattern that you can make real eel with. I've tried it. It's fun.
Real eel hours.
Look. Oh god.
Mm,
Doesn't help that I
yeah, this one seems really chaotic.
Seems really hard.
Oh god. I don't know why I keep letting go of it. I'm not clicking anything. I'm not doing that on purpose.
Maybe it's just hard to keep a grip on.
Okay. Or maybe
So
that's supposed to
slippery
be
with
a
kids
hint of the early, like, water allergy. He's starting to lose suction.
Oh, jeez.
Fruit blaster derogatory.
Ah,
Yeah. 15, 16.
This one is really
18.
challenging.
Oh!
There it is! Oh!
clutch!
Clutch!
Fuck!
Oh, that was clutch.
That was so clutch.
Alright. Wife.
Let's
wife,
give that
wife.
turtle to wife.
Turtle for
What?
wife.
Turtle for wife.
Hang on, I'm gonna take a step closer to you, my wife.
My
Wife.
beautiful wife.
Wife, you gotta
Wife
work with
needs
me here.
turtle.
Wife, move your hands. Wife, hang on, I
Are
took
you
too
too
many.
close now?
Now I'm too close. There we go, perfect.
You're
Yes.
usually so talkative, but when we're talking about us, you clam up.
I know what'll fix this. I'll win you more prize. Oh, it looks like we got the option of, funny drop game, basketball, and,
You know what it's gonna be. You already know what it's gonna be.
come
Drop
on
game?
and slam! And welcome to the Amazon.
Yeah, you know it has to be. It has to be the dunk
Dunk.
zone.
It is time for some sick dunks. Oh
We
no,
gotta
she
enter
fixed
the
her
dunk
clamp!
Alright, trying to get myself. There we go, seems like a nice solid
Stacy
position.
would be so happy if she could see you. You know, she thinks you hate dolphins.
What?
Oh man, was there before dolphins went extinct? Was there like some prejudice there?
I can't
Maybe.
believe. Well, dolphins are just mean.
Dolphins can be kind of mean.
Dolphins just do some buck wild stuff, y'all.
Guys,
They
I think I might
bully
be
us.
bad at dunks.
I
mean,
think
it's hard.
Hang on.
intelligence gives you the capacity to be kind of rude.
Zero, go ahead and message me it, cause we've had to limit link people.
Yeah, we're
being
having a
able
lot
to
of
post
bots.
links. We get bot spam.
I'm so good at dunking, guys. I take back everything.
You are a pro dunk artist.
You're the epic dunk man.
The dunkinest.
Oh, that counts.
Why does it sound like a store? Like when you scan a thing at the store.
Oh,
Dolphin!
the little
it's
pink
pink!
dolphin.
Hang on.
It's so pink.
Live there.
We're
Dolphin
putting
on
it back.
wheels.
Oh god, not Dunkachino. I have to post something
Don't
now.
mind if I. Go.
Dunks your chinos.
I have to fucking post this. I'm so mad. I don't have a choice in the matter. You should be able to right-click my name. I'm Hollow Monster, and it should give you an option to
No,
message.
the tank has sprung a leak. My hands are full. Why don't you try to fix that instead?
Your hands are full with gift.
With love from me.
Your husband.
Your very normal and very good husband.
Again, with the inaccessibility, how are you supposed to get down here unless you're able-bodied and able to use the stairs? Oh, that's probably fine.
Hey, why are there fish
Here,
on?
use these.
Oh, God.
Look.
I don't want them anyway.
Hurry up and plug the hole! The endangered fish are in danger!
Whoop, hang on.
Where are the aquarium employees?
We're gonna drown.
Yeah, these OSHA violations are just through the roof. Ay, ay, ay.
We're gonna drown.
There we go.
Help me then, buddy!
Ridiculous.
Honey, be careful. Don't drown.
Oh, hun, I am trying.
Oh, sweet. Okay, thank you, Zero. I'll give this over to Jay to help him on his search for his patterns.
Thank you. This is for all of you. I want you to know. I want... How much more is this going to go on?
Look, I grabbed a fish by accident. Be free fish.
Oh,
Well,
you're
they're
just
also
covered in
eating
piranhas, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Don't
what
worry
that
about
is. That's probably fine.
How did these
Well,
toys
I
have
wasted
such
enough time here. I've got work to do.
They're very
If you
strong.
feel like having a real discussion, find me at the Shark Tank.
at the Shark Tank?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I love how those plushies just fell. Just all of a sudden the water was down.
Alright, so
What's up, kid?
there's a
Saved
link
your
in the
life,
chat
you're
for me.
welcome.
You said Linkies? Linkies for Jamie?
Yeah, I put it in our group chat.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And no problem. But yeah, for everyone's information, there's a way to do advanced searches on Twitter so that you can look for specific things. It's just a mess.
Alright, let's find our son. He must be at Kelpland, since that's the only place we haven't gone.
I think the cafeteria is out of order.
Yeah, it looked pretty blocked off. Oh, this is the
Kelptown.
kid land, I guess.
I guess that makes sense for Tommy. Children and their what?
Legal guardians only. Time to learn about kelp. Again, Behold! Again, you can tell there's so much like
Oh man,
marine
look
biology
at all this
love
learning.
in this team.
Come on, Dad. Let's get through all this junk so we can get out of here.
Kelp!
Oh, yes.
The world of kelp.
Yay!
Travel the world of kelp. How fast can you map the world's kelp forests?
Grab that big globe and I'll get the quiz going.
Let me take a step
Come
closer,
on,
son.
Dad. Stop being a slug.
Let me loop my arm around the other
I
way.
can't believe Mom convinced me to go to World of
You know what? I'm gonna. I
I
can
bet
walk much
Stacy's
closer
having
to
a
that
great time
funny
in the
globe.
deep sea. Dad,
Honestly,
I'm entering
we
this
need-
Fungicational day in Nereocystis. They're green. Go, Dad, go!
Green, green, green. Where's green?
Oh jeez.
Rotate it.
Rotate!
Oh,
There it
we
is.
go.
There's one.
Okay.
Pacific
nope.
Northwest! Pacific Northwest!
That's not the Pacific Northwest.
These controls
What?
are much more difficult than you would imagine.
Yeah, they really... Oh.
Again, I
There
get
it is.
why, but ooh.
There's a
Get
Ludo
it.
narrative.
Whoop.
Other way.
There we go.
Clunia! Red! Find him, Dad!
Whoop. Come on.
There it is.
There we go.
Australia.
Southern Aussie.
Guys, knowing where it is does not help me reach it, I'll have you know.
Okay, well maybe it helps to have some amount of reference.
Tommy, do you want to help out at all, maybe?
Dad! Lemonade
He's
is
telling me
yellow.
what color it
Hurry,
is, that's
hit
so
all three.
helpful.
Dad, spin the earth as hard
We
as you
did
can.
click that!
I think there's multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, come on. There's one.
There's another.
That
Oh, we have
persistence
to-
is purple. Hurry, Dad! We need to get
That's
the best
purple?
time.
That looks
Yeah,
blue
that's
to me.
purple. That's
It's
purple.
like indigo.
It's a
Okay.
bluish purple.
Yep.
And actually, isn't that one of the colors the Octarians use for their ink in
Oh
Singapore?
yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
They probably did that intentionally.
Enjoy your journey
Macrocystis.
around the world of kelp.
This is for your own good.
Our son sucks.
Did he just
Yeah.
push another kid down the thing?
Yep.
We.
I really would love
What's
to see a
with all
kelp
the
exhibit, though.
stairs?
Dad,
I know
you
this.
gotta meet this
My
light at
God,
home that long.
I hope our wife
That
sees the
was
hell out of this
great.
place.
What are the roots that hold kelp to the ground?
Uh,
Tilt the fire to find out.
I know this one. I know this one.
Oh, man, this is just like that episode of Sports Johnson where he's trapped
Ah,
in an ice rink.
I can't remember.
Figure skate.
Anchor?
I thought it was
There's a specific name for it. Okay, so we gotta tilt the.
Yeah, we're on the tilt-a-whirl.
Okay, so go up to the top.
Random science fact has been redeemed by Nightmare Judge.
The hold fast!
Oh, the hold fast.
Do we count that as our random science fact? I don't know if
No,
that counts.
I think that counts.
That's not a random science fact. Okay. Let me think. I'm sorry, I have nothing on my brain except Monster Hunter.
Kelp release male and female spores to reproduce.
Okay,
Male
here's a
and
fact.
female spore into each seafloor soil plot.
Did you know that bull kelp has natural floats filled with oil to help keep its leaves up near the surface so that it can photosynthesize?
Dad, just come on, Dad. Oh, so that's
Is that a random enough science fact for you? We've got to combine them, not sort them by color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My dude, I'm just trying to get them over here.
Yeah.
Dad, just bounce the spores into the soil.
Hang on.
That's easier said than done, son.
Oh, there's one.
Okay, we need a green in the middle.
I'd have gotten him in there by now. I got one.
Sun kind of sucks. Listen, I'm not gonna mourn him.
Very much sucks.
Listen, they have to show the
What
full,
are the
like,
gas-filled
spectrum
bladders
of
that
humanity,
help
I get
float?
it.
Touch the top of the kelp to find out.
Oh, we're already talking about the bladders in the kelp. I think some of them have air, some of them have oil, because oil is lighter than water.
Are you cheating?
God damn. I'm cheating very badly.
Well, it doesn't help that your kid's fucking running around.
Listen,
What? Why
that's
are
what
these
kids
crab
do.
plushes? Oh no!
Why are these crabs flying?
Don't worry about it.
Just
pick up the
stick
spore.
onto your son, it's fine.
Come on.
God, this sounds like a nightmare of an exhibit. If it was real.
Like,
What?
it's a really fun exhibit, but also, oh lord.
Why?
As a museum employee, I cannot imagine doing cleanup on this
So
every day.
bad. I mean, I didn't know plants were alive.
You
So
didn't know plants
You didn't
were
know
alive?
plants were alive?
The educational system has failed you.
Son. He just batted you!
Listen, he's excited, I understand.
Oh, I guess you can pull it down, right?
Dad, grab the wiggly kelp, grab it.
We're grabbing.
Oh, I see what to do. Okay.
Stacy is our perfect daughter, whom I adore. Our son,
Tommy.
Tommy, sucks.
I can't believe they okay, I guess on one hand, I kind of understand why crabs was a block term, but also fucking why? Automod.
Dad, grab the wiggly kelp, grab it.
Son, I'm
Trying,
trying so
Tommy.
hard for you.
Hey Tommy, how about you lend us a hand instead of running into our body and ruining everything?
Listen, he's
Try the
like
wheel, Dad.
he's like 7.
Dad,
Don't
you
be
can
too
hold
hard
the
on him.
sun.
This is true. He is 7. We should be a little kinder to him. Oh, you almost had it.
I almost
But
had it.
also, our daughter is nicer.
Dad, grab the wiggly kelp, grab it.
Can we climb it?
No.
No, because it. Gotcha.
Ugh.
Can you only control one hand at a time?
Yeah.
I literally. Okay.
Well, that makes sense, because you're using the rest of your
Ah.
mental capacity to just hold the rest of yourself together.
In a vaguely humanoid form.
Yeah. So it's already kind of brutal.
Ugh. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna walk in a little closer, I think. See if that helps me. Let's see. Look.
That kelp's doing fine.
Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Look.
Oh, you had it. You had it.
Yeah. Ugh. There's very little control over what I'm grabbing too, so that doesn't make it easy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh god! Son! Son help! Son help! Son
The pneumatocysts. Okay. Let me find some more on
Oh Jesus! Ah!
It's fine, we don't have bones. Oh, that's...
Hey,
I
Son, run
see! It
here.
was a way to subtly remind you that they don't have bones.
Oh. Son, come run in this.
Woo, Dad! Keep going!
Son, run in this. It's literally a hamster whale.
Dad, if this were the real sun, you'd be dead.
Thanks, Tommy. Woo.
An easy one.
Oh, that kid's gonna get yoked again.
Oh, that poor
You'll
kid.
thank me later.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah.
one there were species with oil floats, but apparently I had that wrong. That shows me for trying to talk about plants when that's like the one domain of life I do not know anything about.
Hey, why don't you talk about, like, mushrooms and shit?
Because mushrooms are forbidden knowledge.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Sea urchins eat kelp, and otters eat sea urchins.
Wow!
Use the otter to save kelp from urchin extinction.
This is also absolutely accurate.
Dad.
Grab the otter's hand.
Incoming urchin.
What? Oh.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Pew, pew, pew! Nature is great!
Listen, at least our son is learning. That's what's
At least he's
we're almost
learning.
done here.
Kelp survive!
Listen, everyone has different learning styles, and we're helping our son find his, so that's very important. Oh boy. Oh god. That's
Oh,
a facsimile
Lord.
of us!
That's
Oh,
a facsimile of us.
This feels
This is
vaguely
rude.
like racist. Is this like okay?
This feels weird.
Yeah. Although, I guess, like, calamari is a thing in squid culture, so...
Yeah, but still, this is a giant effigy of us that children climb on.
Do you think you can camp in a kelp forest?
That is
Son,
a
if
little
I find out you're the
strange.
one who's throwing these at me, I'm
He
going to be
is.
so upset.
He probably is. Knowing
That's
this
just what
kid.
kids are like.
Yeah, that's true.
They will-
You gotta be
Effigy.
faster. I don't blame you though. I've been training for the big race.
Oh, I'm proud of you. Oh,
He's a good dad.
Fun.
again, this wonderful like bonding.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta wiggle your body.
Just, you gotta pretend. You're you. And this is, like,
Those bounce pads.
Get bouncy on it.
Oh no, they're rollers.
Yeah,
What?
I was gonna say,
Oh.
I think I got him. I gotta go this way. I think I misjudged a little
Son.
bit. Whoop.
Son.
Son.
Son, I am going to
Bonk.
scold you.
And he's just,
this
he's
is
excited.
like when Sports Jay entered the Intergalactic Olympics and Foosball Lord challenged him in an ultra climbing
I think
challenge.
this is
Foosball
why
Lord.
There are no climbing sports.
Again with the
And
OSHA
I
violations.
guess you'll lose this time, Sports Touching. But
I
SJ
can't
just
believe
reverse
that
skis up the mountain.
this aquarium's gonna
Reverse
owe more to
ski, Dad.
OSHA than
Then Smash Bros.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I couldn't
And this is a
remember.
children's play area too.
There's gonna be so
Oh,
there are
here's
so
the
many.
bounce pads.
Oh, proto bounce pads.
Oh! Oh Jesus!
Oh god!
Son!
The bounce pads betrayed me!
Betrayal! But also for bounce pads, I can't believe I have I have emojis for this.
Whoop.
I'm so pleased that they kept the bounce pad mechanics. As you all know, I love the bouncies.
The bounce pads are a very good mechanic. Aww.
Hey, there's
Wait, hang
that
on.
fan. Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah!
Cheating!
Is it cheating if they put it right there?
No.
That's just being smart.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Getting Over It.
A little bit, yeah. I wonder Which came
I wonder
first, getting over it or Octo
Octo
Expansion?
Expansion.
I will look that up.
My god. The T-pose. Not T-pose, the ragdoll.
Getting over it with Brennan Fosse. 2017.
Brennan Fosse? I don't think that's his name.
I was remembering it vaguely off of a speed run I watched years ago, 2017. And then
While you're doing this, I'm gonna make some grilled meat.
Oh,
Hell
this
yeah.
game came out in 2014.
In Monster
which one?
Hunter, I'm not actually grilling while we're doing this.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Ah.
I wish I was grilling meat. I wish I was grilling meat right now.
No! Sir! My child is up there!
Ah.
Why can't we climb over him?
He's too powerful.
I hate this man. Is that another bounce pad?
Let's find out.
No, I think it's just a floor.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just floor. Oh wait, no, it's bouncy, but it's not as bouncy.
Okay. So we have different stages of bounce pad tech.
Grill stream? I don't know how we would... Like, what system
Listen,
are you playing?
I truly wish that I could just stream me grilling some meats. That would be the dream, honestly.
Real life or Monhunt?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god, I think I'm stuck.
Wait, holy shit! Did I ever tell you guys about one of the best cosplays I saw at the first ALA I ever went to? It was literally a person dressed as a monster hunter, like, having the whole armor, but they also brought, like, made out of, like, cardboard and stuff, a fire pit, and they had a whole thing where they were roasting meat on a bone, and they had it spinning the whole time, and they were just chilling there. It was great.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I've got a bunch of meat, and when given the choice to grill meat or not to grill meat, obviously you grill the meat.
Hell yeah.
In real life and in Monster Hunter.
Hey Jay, I need you to look in the chat.
Holly
has the picture
yes!
pixel.
Thank you. Holly, I owe you my life.
Life debt to Holly.
I want to do a stream where we just talk about Monster Hunter and grill meats.
God, that would actually be delightful.
Like in real life, we just
Yes.
grill meats.
Okay, we made it up here.
I'm going to steal a grill, and we will obtain meat somehow, and meat substitutes for our good friend Puzz.
Boink.
Oh.
Okay.
We have to go into the hole.
Ah.
Come on. Whoa,
Yeah.
This is what they meant. This is what they meant when they said this was going to be way harder than the single-player campaign mode.
Oh,
These
yeah.
tests are
Look at
nuts.
how long it took us just to make it
Climb
up that whole
thing.
these
If
little
this
steps.
breaks,
I'm convinced that it wasn't
swear.
supposed to do that, and it did it just for you, Jay.
oh.
Now you can just fall off.
Thank you for visiting
Thank
the
God.
world of Kelp. Please consider donating or
Kelp
buying
shop.
merchandise on your way out.
I want kelp merchandise so badly. Oh, we have a new hat!
New
Where's
hat!
the hat? Where's the hat? Give me the hat.
It's behind the,
There we go.
Yes!
kelp crown. Yes!
I am the king
crown.
of kelp!
Is the kelp shop like an oblique reference to, Gelfonzo's shop?
Oh, that might be it.
We are the Kelp King.
Alright. Man, I think that's a whole, like, line of puzzles, worth of puzzles done.
God, thank God.
Oh, we have to go find our wife now. She's still got conversation for us.
She is at the Shark Tank. which is where I am at any aquarium because I love me sharks.
I was gonna.
will make
I thought you were
kissy
gonna say
faces.
just like mentally at any given time.
Mentally, at any given time, I am in the shark tank. Also,
There was very much a time where I was. One of the time I went to the aquarium of Pacific, I actually got one of those like behind the scene tours of it, and like apparently you can like pay to like swim with the sharks.
Oh, if I ever have disposable
have the
income,
experience?
I would love to do that.
Yeah, I'm just like I want to make. I
I will
to kiss.
simply sit in the tank and vibe with the sharks.
There's a
You could
program
do
I did
that!
at my local school, not my local school, my local zoo as a kid, where like they had like an art program where like they would let kids come and like draw the animals, and like some of them we would actually get to go into like the backstage areas to get the little better look. That was
That's so
super
cool.
I don't think they ever did it again after that year, which sucks.
Damn.
Yeah. Whoop, can we get a better look at that
Sign.
Do not. Hang on, let me get a few steps closer. And then it's flipping me around.
Showtime.
Please be patient.
I'm trying to read
Our
The
biologists know a fish when they
No,
see
it's on the bucket.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess they
gotta
won't
see
let
the
us.
bucket.
What's the forbidden bucket lore?
We want the bucket.
Wait, hold on. Is this like the proto slosher?
Oh, I think that's it. Oh, that's
Proto
super
slosher.
Cool. All right.
Ancient technology.
All right. Time for one of the tougher puzzles in the game. Serious discussion with life. Oh god, oh no, we got tricked.
Into my trap!
She's a bug snack.
Oh god.
Oh no, Nikki!
Nowhere to run! This
You stole
time...
our sweet thread!
Our sweet drift!
Now, tell me, Octopus, what are you plotting? How many
Dude.
others are there? Why is everybody fish?
Oh, this really hits. This
doesn't
man, like, you can tell
Go
he's
back
seen, like,
where you
the way the
belong.
world is changing. He knows that humankind does not have many days left.
I'll
Yeah.
tell your family the bad news.
Oh,
I
it's,
hate this man.
listen, I get it. It's a difficult thing to realize that, like, you are on your way out as, like, a species. Like, I don't think any of us could, like, prepare for that.
Frankly,
like,
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Bro, it's even worse because again, he lacks the ability to convey what he feels and what he knows
Where's the captain?
in a meaningful way.
You know him.
You know what I'm
Probably taking
saying?
a shower. In the
Oh, I
middle
think
of a
this
rainstorm?
is a flashback within a flashback.
Yo! Get inside, undetected.
Whoa, what is that?
Don't worry about it. Boxo cod. Free the cod.
Famous box of cod.
Famous Boxo cod.
I love me a box of cod.
Oh, and they brought back the conveyors.
Oh, hell yeah. God, conveyors are always difficult.
God, so this is like, we're seeing some of the first, like, at least for our player character, probably one of the first venturing of the Octarians onto land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if this
A little Joe keeps me up that extra 17 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Me too, buddy.
Imagine being able to consume caffeine. Could not be me. You need to.
I probably shouldn't, but also,
You need the coffee.
my
Find
god.
a pick me up.
if we really are looking at this as like
Also, puzz your
Octavio's
coffee.
lineage, puzz your coffee.
I've been sipping my coffee, don't worry.
But if
Okay.
we're looking at this as like the earliest of Octavio's dynasty, that means like this family line has been around for a very long time.
You need to steal his coffee.
Okay.
No, you need to steal his coffee. It's why it's glowing. Number one, Dad.
Whoop, hang on.
Get it?
Hey, where'd my coffee go?
Don't worry about it.
Yoink. I can't believe this is the first Octarian that can breathe air.
This is interesting. It implies that, like, caffeine is somehow, like
I
this-
can't believe. caffeine's like a poison that those plants made, but like it was for
maybe
like,
okay. Hear me out. Maybe with the ocean being a little poisoned, maybe they've developed the ability to
they may have a
metabolize
higher
toxins more
tolerance.
efficiently. Yeah, like the way we're extreme omnivores that can metabolize toxins really efficiently. Maybe they've kind of done that a little bit as well.
Are you a girl or a boy?
Sailor said fuck gender.
Looks like you caught the godfather of all fish right here.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I can't believe all these dad puns. Also, puzz your joints.
Whoop. Hey,
We will puzz your joints after.
I'll do a quick stretch. Ooh.
Okay.
Just a quick one.
Whoa. There we go.
Was caffeine a driving force in the evolution of Octarians? I would say it's less caffeine and more like the pressure to move onto land or to find and exploit new resources with the oceans depleting so fast.
We should really stop calling us sailors.
Hey, why is that?
Do you see any sails on this boat? No. I guess we should be called engine boat. That's a terrible name,
Timberly. Whoa,
I can't believe we've met the guy who made Tim's.
The inventor of Tim's! It's Tim himself!
Tim Timberly!
Tim Engine Boatman.
What was it? Why did the cod cross the road? To get to the other tide. We should consider moving.
We should
Careful, don't get noticed.
Put,
There's some boots.
yeah, put the boots on. Key
I
acquired.
gotta see what this key does.
I would look around and make sure you're not going to be sighted.
That's true.
Just get Timberly.
Because I hear
found
singing
out.
very
I think
loudly.
He's in the shower there, seeing dudes in the head.
I got it.
Alright, let's see what we got. Why is there so many banana peels? You gotta
You gotta get your
scurvy.
potassium.
Oh my god, this is just more! Holy shit! I fucking love this! I wonder if that's like... If this is like an implication that this is kind of, you know, what's around. Oh, I see.
here's the
We gotta
key.
use one. There. Alright, get that key.
Sir, are clonally reproducing fruit. Every banana is a clone of every other banana.
That's true.
They're easily
What?
propagated from cuttings. Is this foreshadowing? I don't know. You know me. I'm kind of the tinfoil hat guy.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah, that's why you
They
know
don't
how
have
banana
seeds,
candy
remember?
has a different kind. It doesn't taste like actual bananas. That's because
Oh,
they're using the
it tastes
flavoring
like
of a
old.
banana that was extinct years ago because all bananas are.
None of them had any fungus.
Thanks, Monsanto. Put on boots.
Watch out, it's slippery out here.
I wonder.
So slippery, fellow sailor.
Hello, fellow sailor. How do you do?
Hold on, can we see his face?
Let me try.
My hair looks
Camera's
exactly
a
like
little
that.
funky.
My hair looks exactly like that.
You're joking about the biologist being Jay once he gets some facial hair. It's actually this dude. And then you just have to take off the sleeves and reveal the new Geisler tattoos.
If I were to see an octopus in work clothing simply wandering around my boat, I just wouldn't say anything.
Precisely.
I would mind my
Simply
business.
be built different.
You just have to be built different.
You just have to be a nice person and mind your own fucking business.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, probably down this way.
Hey, new guy!
Howdy.
You're not going anywhere till the deck is swabbed and the anchor's hoisted.
Yes.
Okay.
Things I can definitely do.
With your
definitely
human
have
hands.
With your opposable thumbs.
And like we
Grog on the wall, Bob. $99 of grog.
Bob,
Oh.
What?
Swabbity swab.
we've come a long way from that. Let's not stereotype ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably gotta find some. Yeah. Whoop.
That's fine.
There we go.
Move your pet legs like
Extra swabbing.
Pro squab.
Extreme. The origins of Swab Dwobbly.
Oh, it's a cultural thing. I see. I understand.
Our
It's
net
fascinating.
profit went up. Good one. What? Net profit? I don't, because
Because we're fishermen.
Good noises. Again, the sound design in Splatoon is so excellent.
Oh, Splatoon sound design is always so good. And like without the usual like weapon-based mechanics, they're using it in other ways.
Yeah, it's such a
They're able to
stretching of their
explore.
system in such a new way.
Oh, absolutely.
We swapped the deck. It
Is there more deck to swap, perhaps? Did we miss a
Probably.
spot?
Let's keep looking for swabbables.
Squab origin.
From the producers who brought you Dragon Age Origins.
I can't believe we got obsidian for this. Wait, was it
Oh
obsidian?
yeah, there's plenty more swab.
Oh,
There's
boy.
lots of swabbing yet to do.
Swab badly.
This is how anyone can relate to this feeling. First day on the job.
Yeah.
Feels like you're just tripping all over your limbs.
Dragon Age. Okay. Wasn't there? Okay. What am I saying? I don't know things.
What's this? Oh, let's.
Oh, you have to hoist the anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And while
let's
we're
do
here,
our
there's
swabbing
another
first.
spot.
Yeah.
There's another spot over there.
Listen, they told us to swap the deck. We're gonna do that so good.
No!
We're not gonna go overboard.
Yeah, we just got on this boat. Let's try to stay here, okay? We have some evolving to do.
Now it's time for anchor.
Let's do some anchor shenanigans. So you gotta hoist that bitch. Which means.
Oh. That's probably fine. No one look.
Is it time for you to use your unimaginable power?
Yes. Again, what you really need to understand about Inklings, Octarians, all of them, they are literally pure muscle. They're just raw muscle. All of them.
Well,
It's okay. We're gonna do this.
your legs are tangled in the chain.
That's fine.
Holy
That's helping.
shit!
See?
Like I said, raw muscle. Unimaginable strength.
Want to make sure it doesn't slip.
And this is Octavio's great, however many great granddads. So,
This might just be Octavio.
yeah, that's
I guess
true.
we don't actually know how old Octavio is. We don't know how
He's
long
literally just immortal. He's been at this for a while.
This was his first marriage before Cuttlefish.
It really took him a while to get past it, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's not easy. Like, you can see how much he loves, like, his family.
Thank you, Choco Kid. I had to fucking approve that. But now DILF is a permitted term. Have fun. Oh god, the chef.
This is why God has abandoned us.
Implying Octavio is still
Go get the captain.
powerful.
Oh, you got it.
Just go through the window.
Okay, Mist Heart, that is why God has abandoned us.
Oh, wait, we have to become the captain. Okay.
Become captain.
Okay.
Well, first we need this door to...
First, I need to be able to see.
Come on, just click through it. Just be built
there's
different.
there's that classic Splatoon camera moment.
Oh god.
Look, I
there we
can
go.
probably find you someone I know who, yeah. It's like I know enough horny motherfuckers that, yeah.
Jake, please, why do you do this to me?
Why would you say this?
Because I have had to witness.
Can we go in that door?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. First, I have to. This
Please
is fine.
don't fall.
No one saw that.
Splatoon moment.
Again, these are
Splatoon
some
hour.
very difficult puzzles, very difficult problem solving. We're lucky we haven't seen more kind of failure states yet.
We can become the captain now.
Oh, see our
Glad to see
Now
you
we
on
are
the shower.
captain.
Can you get to the helmet get us out of this storm?
You got it.
Yes,
We got it.
on!
The hat is on, we know exactly what we're doing. Hey, wait. Is that Cuttlefish's hat? Oh my god.
Oh my god!
God!
He passed it down to
I
him.
thought I saw somebody.
I can't believe
sneaking
it's their
around
marriage
the front
ring.
of the truck. Well, it could be my eyes playing tricks on this train.
Hello, it is me, Captain Octavio.
Oh,
Captain
it is Captain Octavio.
Start the boat, Captain. Hurry.
We gotta get to Lego City. A man has fallen into the river.
Hey! We have to clear off the map.
Sometimes I wish I became a maritime lawyer.
What the fuck is that? Vinny Vine sauce? I'm sorry.
That new cook on board? I heard he's a real piece of work. I asked him for seconds and he threw a pineapple.
Oh, you
at me.
know, Miss Hart, they're
Well, I asked him for pineapples
the
and he kicked me in
Octarians
the
are
stomach.
super smart, so of course they went into subterfuge first.
Absolutely. I mean, Puzz already knows how many headcanons I have about the, like, stealth and reconnaissance divisions.
Oh, so much. Alright, so we're going from
Start the engine.
North Sea to North Sea.
Oh, we're going to Iceland?
Are we going to Iceland?
I guess we're going to
We're
Iceland.
going motherfucking
Oh,
Iceland.
are we gonna go journey to the center of the earth with it?
I hope not.
Let's
That's
see.
lane control.
Alright,
That's not the engine. I think
There's the
on
engine.
other
There's
side.
the engine. Other side.
got it. Yes, I know how boat.
I have actually driven a boat before. Fun fact.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you
We're
did
moving again.
spend some time on the island.
Hiding in its ever-flowing beard of clams.
Is that your wife?
That's my wife. I gotta go meet my wife. I gotta go meet my
It's
wife.
wife
Is
hours.
it just me, or did the captain seem jigglier than usual?
Oh,
No,
I'm
it's
the
fine.
normal amount of jiggly.
The captain is very jiggly. Don't you worry about it, son.
I mean,
Smash the crates somehow. Use your extreme power, your unfathomable strength.
oh, I think I know what to do.
You just have to beat it.
I just have to be built different.
You just have to be built different.
Hello,
Just have-
it's me, the captain, coming back in for normal reasons.
I'm gonna just yoink. What? Oh,
I
That worked.
figured it out. You don't need those for anything, right?
No, it's fine.
Anyway, here I go. I am the captain, leaving for a normal reason.
there's someone out in the rain that I must tend to. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Don't fall
I
off.
lived.
I'm trying so hard.
We are entering a new era of Squidio gaming.
Squidio gaming!
The captain! I'm sorry for stowing away. Please don't throw me overboard. Really? Well, now we're both in trouble. Who are you then? Aren't we a pair? Say,
Is the octopus here?
that's Chef! He's been watching for stowaways the whole voyage.
Talk to the chef.
Don't worry, honey. I'll handle this.
Something's different about you, Captain.
No, I'm built normal.
If you really are the captain, then dance the captain's jig.
Let's go! Oh god! The wiggly little feet.
Such movement.
Oh, extreme movement.
Check out this. Damn!
A fine jig. But can you tie a sheepshank knot?
Definitely.
Can you?
Let's do it.
How do you do a ship shake knot?
Is there a diagram?
Listen, just be built different. That's all.
What kind of knot is this? You are
Don't worry
It's a
about
good one.
human. You are not even
No,
human.
my jig.
Hey, big guy. Yeah, you.
What? Who are you?
Girl boss.
Stowaway?
Yes,
Wait,
I hate girl
before you
boss.
kick me off, can I ask you some questions about
The war!
The war.
Well,
Oh,
Since you
confirmation.
I have some
You gotta be at
strong
least
opinions.
after one of the several world wars.
What is this conflict all about?
Let me start from the beginning.
Lord Don?
Some people would say this is
Go.
about international fishing rights. Some people are wrong.
Interesting.
Little do people know.
So there was some
Caught on deadliest fish
already
in the
some
sea.
issues with like resources even prior to the extinction
Yeah.
of
They
humans.
pass armies. We must strike at once. Now is
Hello,
no time
Captain,
to fight
things
over
happening.
petty territories.
You.
To the
That was
briny
some
depths with you,
movement.
motherfucker.
Anyway, yeah, he had the wrong fish. He was thinking of salmon.
Also, we have a chat check, so everyone in chat, make sure you've had your meds if you have them. Take
It's
some,
time to unshrimpify.
Yeah, gotta have some water, gotta have some snacks. Everyone in chat, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves.
And also, like, mentally, because they're getting heavy with the lore.
Yeah, so much. Oh, now this is interesting.
Now we are the shark.
Where we're returning to like our
Speed of squid.
Squid
something you don't see a lot. We're actually returning to like the ocean.
Oh,
and of course,
And there's the
beautiful
squid.
music.
And there's the squid. Also, those are xenophores.
We're showing the squid what they can be. This is foreshadowing.
I honest to God.
He was the first. He was the kid. He was the squid.
He was the original squid kid. And
Go.
Go. Nice.
Get the timing. There. No.
Oh, so close.
Wait for it. Go.
You got through two.
Wait for it. Go.
Nice.
This is a really interesting kind of reuse of the controls, like building momentum and whatnot.
What is with this infrastructure?
Yeah.
This aquarium
why
is built
can
horribly.
Why can your creatures
You're
in
breeding.
the aquarium access this?
I mean, to be fair, we are dealing with a very, very smart organism here.
That's true. Octopi, even right now, are
Oh damn it. What? Oh, the belugas. Stop giving your character head trauma. We don't have a choice!
Listen, it's fine. It's fine. They're squishy.
Unfortunately, we don't have the time to piece apart these barriers.
We don't have enough time to unpack that.
Kids, have you seen your father? It's almost closing time. Where could he be?
Dunno.
I saw him go in a weird door.
Another mystery. Well, we'll wait as long as we can.
Excuse me, ma'am?
It's that weirdo!
I have bad news about your husband.
Don't trust him! Have we met? Wait. I've seen you. Are you an old friend of my husband's? What can you tell me about him?
Everything! You must come with me to cafeteria!
Come on, Stacy.
What? Wait!
I love that.
Oh, I think this is where we're gonna start getting into like the kind of the run to the end puzzles.
Oh boy. Oh, is this first person now? Oh.
Oh, look at this drip.
The very literal drip.
Free.
Whether this is Octavio or just like an early ancestor of his, the drip has persisted.
So much.
Yeah, there's some weird implications with the chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's pure love. What? Well.
Again, more crumbling infrastructure. OSHA is going to have a field day.
I wonder if OSHA even exists anymore.
Or ever did.
Is this the timeline where OSHA never existed?
Oh shit.
So many questions. Whoop.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
fine.
Works.
That's fine.
This is the part where Nasty Majesty starts playing.
Oh yeah.
No, that should be coming in shortly, I think.
Oh yeah.
Can we get a hat?
Please.
This time we're gonna get the anglerfish because things have gotten serious.
Fair enough.
Oh, very true.
Is
We
that
gotta put on our
cat?
serious hat. Serious time.
Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Yes!
There it is.
Alright, now we gotta find that key. Come on. You gotta be somewhere. Probably over here near the desk, right?
Would be the sensible location. However, when has anyone ever done anything sensible?
That's true.
It's time to open that thing. The register. Play us a song, you're a piano man.
Guess it's not there.
Featherless, biped, this is a man.
If I were
Where
a gift shop
else?
key, where would I be?
It's time to start clearing things off of shelves.
Guess so.
It's in the bucket.
Are you in the bucket? Wait, what's that?
Shirts, ahoy. No, there's just a piranha in the bucket.
That'll happen.
Disrespect your surroundings! As you break a
Become ungovernable.
Maybe it's under the big guy. That's where I'd put it.
Can you throw the table?
God, I love that big chumby piranha.
So good. Come on.
There's a frog.
Little frog.
Frog.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Oh, okay, that was just the wind.
Come on, let me.
Move the
me have
crested
it.
gecko.
It's a caiman.
That's a crested gecko. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna get a few steps closer.
Gotta sneak it. You gotta sneak it out the little hole. There it is.
Nice.
Tech. Oh no, we got some guys out here.
Ah, I knew this day would
I
come.
love it when the aquarium closes.
Located
Girl
in
power
Why is that?
station.
So I can tap on the tanks and not look like a hypocrite.
Put on an employee's uniform.
There's one in that
In
box.
the box. In the
There
cart,
it is. There it is.
In the trash can.
To defeat Girl Power Station, you must become one of the girls.
Do fish feel?
We must
The sea
become the
has
girl
no
boss.
feelings. What?
The sea has no feelings. What?
It's true. The sea's mood. I think the sea just feels too bigly
I'm
for
just
most
saying
of us.
It's theoretically possible. If one of them could figure out how to breathe, they could walk among us and we'd never know. For the
Among
us?
last time, a jellyfish couldn't raise a human family.
Dun, 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 dun.
Who wants to go through the lost and found? Me! I do. I could use a watch.
I need biologist accessories.
Those. They're on my face right now.
It's true. Oh, look at the big boy.
Big
I need
boy.
the Chumby man.
Chungus.
Units. So probably clipboard?
We need glasses.
Oh, I think there was glasses. No, not in the gift shop. I'm thinking of the other joint. What's that over there?
Oh, there's something in the box.
Whoop.
Come on. Come on.
There they are. Ticket booth.
Yes, I see.
Ticket booth. Yes.
I do need to know what's in here, though.
Find a crate opening tool.
Oh, screwdriver. Screwdriver.
I wonder if you can use that to open a crate. If they're screws, then yes. If they're not screws, then you're gonna need like a pry bar or something.
It looks like there's screws, but I don't know if I have the dexterity.
Those might be nails.
Yeah, it's true.
Once again, I have experience in crate opening.
Well, we'll ask our wife to help us with that after we, save her.
Oh god.
Now, where is the ladies' room?
I think it's
Glad
Pat's.
that day's over. Yes, the patrons made more of a mess of the exhibits than usual.
Don't worry
I
about
wish
that.
People knew how to rein in their kids. One day we will teach people to respect the aquatic world. One day.
Oh, that day's coming sooner than you think, but you're not gonna be there to see it.
Oh,
There's a
dark
crowbar
irony.
on top of the ticket booth. Crowbar.
What?
Crowbar on top of the ticket booth?
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. Pry bar.
And there's
a
a
ladder.
There's a ladder.
Or is it a step ladder?
I don't care.
Well,
There's
what's
a
the
ladder.
difference?
I don't know.
Well, one's a ladder and one's a step ladder. Okay, go round. Go round to the other side.
Come closer to the camera.
Ladder.
Ladder.
Or step ladder. I think that one's a step ladder. That was a fun joke for all of you Ace Attorney fans out there. So if you like Ace Attorney, you can applaud and cheer as vigorously as you like. Oh, there's a wrench up here too. Why don't we toss that down?
Yeah. It might end up being useful. There we go.
Now grab that.
Now we really are playing Half-Life.
Oh, this is Gordon Half-Life from Half-Life right here.
Let's go!
Ooh, fascinating.
Let's steal
We've destroyed
the
it.
mermaid hair.
Open it. Grab some of that kelp.
And become lady.
Oh, we're gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Lovely.
I am... These customization options! Please let them be a
it's almost
multiplayer.
beyond the main game, honestly. I also am gonna still take this program so I can be Gorgo Freeman.
It's Gorbo Freeman hours.
It's Gorbo Freeman from Half-Life.
It's
You're
him!
hallucinating. There hasn't
It's
been
him
an
from
octopus
Valve's
misplaced
hit
since
game.
The incident.
Hello, it is me,
Incident?
Gorbos
You just
Freeman.
forgot to lock the octopus tank. I swear on science it was locked. They escaped. Or somebody let them out. While you're in there, do you mind unclogging the toilet?
You got it.
No, the toilet is... Oh, well, I guess you could also use the ladies' room, or maybe you talk to ladies that are using the room. That's not my business.
The important thing is... Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh.
You hear something coming from the break room? It's probably just Joe.
Correct.
Cordless power. Oh no, they did not do that foreshadowing here. They did not foreshadow that here in my house.
Quintuple A batteries! Wait, so
Cordless power. The deepest lore.
oh, is it time to fry a banana?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Joe, let's go in there and make sure he's all right.
Can you leave through the door?
There's the guys out there.
Oh, and we don't have our disguise anymore because we fell.
We fell so much.
Please, let us in.
Let me in.
Let me in!
There we go. Sort of. Kind of. Please. Pretty please. Maybe we do need to go out the door.
Can you rotate the camera at all?
No. No, I can't go out there either.
Down the drain?
Oh, I think I do.
Oh, wait. Is that a hole you can go
no,
into?
No, that's something that fell. I think I do need to go into the thing, and I was just doing it wrong.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they did more sneaking stuff in the main game.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
There we go.
There we go.
Whee!
Holy shrimp!
That's what I say when I'm upset too.
Of course you would.
Normal man in a normal bathroom.
Oh no, your feet.
Don't worry about it. We're fine. We're good. We're fine. We're cool. We're fine. It's fine.
I can't get out.
This is a wildly experimental control system, huh?
It really is.
It's almost disruptive.
I mean, it makes sense. They really wanted you to experience, like, being, like, an early evolution of an Arctarian, and, like, feeling like, you know, that not quite fitting in with the world and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it's almost like pathologic. It's like you're supposed to feel pain.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. He makes this huge mess, then splits. Hey, give Joe a break. He probably had to get home to his wife and...
Ah, the day is done. Time to head home. Alone. Like always.
Cromdo, is that you?
Hi, Cromdo.
Wait, is that legit Cromdo's VA?
Guess I'll have another TV dinner.
I don't know for sure.
Probably
I'd have to
fish
check.
sticks. Again.
Feels fucked up. Hey, are you? Oh, okay.
You don't know the first thing about being a sea creature.
What?
It's true, because I am normal, man. Oh, the hat's on backwards.
It's fine.
Holy shit! It's okay. I know this place like the back of my hand.
How well do you know the back of your hand?
Oh shit, when did that scratch get there?
What are you doing? Do I have to come down there and show you how it's done?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna
Make a mess?
We're gonna cause so many problems.
I'm
on purpose.
And this is another precursor to turf wars, because what is turf war but making a mess?
You're right.
We are going to cause problems on purpose.
Advanced paintball, and I love it.
We really need to buy stronger glass for the piranha tank. This happens every day.
That's a problem.
That seems like maybe a problem, but I don't know piranhas well enough to dispute it.
Okay.
Not to mention, we're not sure if OSHA exists here.
1.
Yeah, true.
2. Wait! My shoe's untied. No, it's not. There's just a garden eel on your foot. Oh, well, would you look at that?
Oh.
Okay, ready. Nope. Wait! What is it now? My garden eel's untied.
The writing is so good.
Hey there, Joe. How was your day?
How about
I suppose we should wait for the others to move. I sure hope nothing happens to this giant pane of glass. You're so clumsy. Do you have butterfish fingers?
Don't worry about it.
Maybe.
It's fine.
Everything's fine. How's it going?
Hi.
It's just me,
Good.
normal Joe man.
It's your friend Joe.
Jeez.
I guess sharks can't stop moving. Am I right,
Exactly.
Joe?
Oh, so
My
much.
biologist's sense is tingling. Ew. No one wants to hear that.
Biologists have
But would
secret
the food chain
senses.
be disrupted?
Quit
That new
seahorsing around
cafeteria
down there.
chef was screaming at everyone to leave. He is a strange, strange man.
Just a little
Yes.
messier.
Have you ever tried asking him for pineapple?
Try
What a load of
messing with the blue.
I think we gotta break some more of these tanks.
Break some crates.
I know you're in that tank somewhere, Leafy Sea Dragon.
There's a
You
leafy
can't
sea
hide
dragon in
forever. I will expose you, Leafy Sea Dragon.
Oh,
Just a little. Where are you?
Okay, almost. Whoops.
Yeah!
Leafy Sea Dragon.
Oh God.
You were my only friend.
I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
So
Some
sorry.
people-
Disrespect
Bob?
your
Someone
surroundings!
went through all the exhibits and trashed the place.
Oh
you
no,
know.
I don't know how that could have happened.
Yeah, that's a real mystery.
Excuse me.
Where did that go?
Nightmare scenario where we cause problems in a museum on purpose.
All of us are internally cringing.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
wish
over
the
here like,
Amazon
there's
arcade
no,
was more
please do not.
educational.
Please don't
Well,
do
I
this.
wish I didn't have to answer. How'd you fix?
Whoop.
That's it. I'm coming down there.
Yes, this is so important.
Well, I wish I didn't have to answer. How'd
Sorry
you
about your
breathe a
thing.
million times
Excuse me a
day?
moment. Hi boys, doing a great job.
Good work.
That plane of glass.
Good job just holding that pane of glass
I
so
think you could
tenderly.
Go through.
Lunch tray? Yeah, the tray return.
Oh,
Get in there.
the head's gonna be a problem.
We'll figure
It's
it out.
fine. It's made of fabric, it'll just sloop right in. There we go. We're in.
Oh, that was one of the
Espionage. The espionage runs
Girl
deep
power
in this
station
line.
defeated.
No, no, no! You not get it! He was octopus!
Let me go! That doesn't make any sense. How would he even walk on land?
I'll call the police.
He just does! I'm not crazy!
Clearly. I guess you don't know anything after all. Well then, we're leaving. It's past the kids' bedtimes.
You not leaving until you understand!
It's
an octopus!
It's Dad! Nobody else knew?
Yeah.
You see? He is octopus! I'm not crazy!
Awesome! Just because you're right doesn't mean you're not crazy.
This
Oh, she's spitting real
I
facts.
love her.
I'm glad Stacy survived the apocalypse.
But I still cut you down!
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
Oh, no, not the deadly neurotoxin!
Wait, we're playing.
Right
Jesus,
on.
which mouse game are we
Hurry
playing?
up! You're mine now, octopus!
Oh god, by all our powers combined. Our training.
Go!
Go!
Pony, Dad!
Grab the fish light.
That's fire.
You might fall down and fall!
Oh god.
We're dead.
Oh yeah, this final boss is
They really will just kill you right in front of your
children.
right in front of your children and your family. They will slaughter you in front of everyone you hold dear. This is a cruel, cruel world. Grab it.
Oh, I think I need to step more. Oh god. Oh god! I hit the wrong button.
Ah, the old curse of the wrong button. Seriously, this was brutal.
So
Maybe it is your meat cooking.
okay. I think I've got myself a little more of a head start this
Just like
time.
old times, Octopus.
Whoop.
All of our training. Go! Go!
I believe in you.
Oh god.
I wore my fireproof coat.
The toque! They're learning to accessorize as well.
Whoa!
Good job, Tommy.
Tommy is killing it.
Hey,
Wife,
Get to the rest.
we've got to help the kids.
we do.
Hurry,
Everything is
honey.
burning.
I'll give you a boost.
Floor is
you,
lava.
honey. I
Get
love
to the
you.
wife.
Wife is your
Remember,
only protection.
everyone, if you're ever in a fire, just get to your wife right away.
Wives make you immune to fire.
Oh, and then the music cuts in.
Stacy is on the other
Yeah.
end of the cafeteria. Be careful up there. Careful, honey. Steady. Steady.
I love our wife. We need to make an
Step lightly,
OSHA.
Octopus. It will not matter. You will fail.
Help me.
That's fine. Whoop. Thank you, wife.
Love you, wife.
Chef of the Boreal Valley.
This is some Dark Souls ass music.
Trying to figure out the best path forward.
Maybe go around?
Maybe left? Like go back and left?
Yeah, let's try that.
Oh, he's got some fucking dance moves.
Oh, I just realized they're just saying blub blub blub, but they're doing it in the cadence of a like Latin chorus. That's pretty good.
Shit!
That's not the around I meant.
I'm trying.
I meant go from where you are, go right,
Yeah, let's try that.
because that way you don't go backwards. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let's see, this seems sturdy.
It's final level.
Yeah, they make you work for it.
They pulled out all the stops on
They
this
really
one.
did.
Yeah, it looks like the darker pieces of wood are unstable.
Yeah.
There is a sprinkler lever over there. I can't reach it.
I'm coming, honey.
We're coming, Stacy.
God, the absolute tragedy knowing all of this is ultimately futile.
Good luck.
Don't disappoint Stacy, whatever you do.
The fire makes for such pretty lighting.
I disappointed Stacy.
No!
We're gonna make it. We're gonna.
I'm not
Oh,
scared.
sweet.
I'm not
Oh.
scared.
Death warp. Death warp. Intentional death warp.
Hell yeah. Pro move.
Where's the sprinkler lever?
No, go to the
No.
right. Right.
Right.
Right.
Underdark.
Going to the sprinkler.
I'm trying, honey. Daddy's coming.
Dad. Dad.
Coming, honey.
We're here. Dad. Dad.
Oh, he saved it. No.
Clutch.
Yes? No.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Dad. I'm safe. Just hurry up or I'll toast like a marshmallow.
Stacy!
Oh, what a move.
Honey, over here.
And the bookends. With the rain and the rain.
Oh, yes.
Remember in the flashback?
Yes. Oh, it's all coming together.
Take that.
My family needs me.
Get those fish lights.
I will serve you after this call.
That's fine. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be down here now. That's okay.
Oh.
Plug the 3 spouts.
ocean, not in a suit. I
Vote
see.
him to stay.
I need more fish. Someone throw me a fish.
Please throw fish.
I think that's...
Too slow.
Look, powered by anger!
Take this.
I love Stacy.
Shove it into those
Oh,
fish's
okay.
mouth.
Okay, I see. Wife this way.
Just 2 more. That'll show him for locking right down. Didn't see that coming.
I heard that.
The pressure is increasing. Just 1 more.
You got it, honey.
Oh, we're gonna launch him into the stratosphere.
Get dunked on.
Heads up. Yeah.
Get it. No, not the cup.
Cleavers will
Yes.
find you.
The fish. The fish.
Oh god. Thank god there's water.
I want this fish lantern in real life.
Pipes. This thing is gonna blow.
Get wrecked, chef bitch. Now you're for today's special.
Oh, we're gonna take care of it, alright.
Is this symbolic of Cephalopod's victory over...
No!
Hug.
What is happening right now?
And again, like the
really
tragedy
forgive me?
that
Even for
with
the war?
unification, this is all for naught.
Also,
Your
thank you,
family
Miss Hart,
really
for
loves
getting my
you,
joke.
Octopus. I not bother you again.
Honey? So, this news will take some getting used to. But I was imagining much worse. But next time, tell me 10 years earlier.
Wait a second. If that is an octopus, then where did me and Stacy come from?
We're never getting answers. Splatoon 3.
Seriously.
Don't worry about it, kids.
Live action was an interesting
Wow,
choice.
I was expecting Octo Expansion to take us a
I'm
lot
glad
longer,
we
but
can
here
all get
we are at the
together
credits.
And be
Yeah.
friends now.
So how did everyone like Octo Expansion?
Was better.
It was a
The book
really-
was better. The book was better.
I mean, yeah, the book's always better. Let's be honest.
Who's that man? He's just my dad.
It's just my dad.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, get out, Karen.
Be gone, Karen.
Yeah, God, they really went such a different direction
I think
with this, and like there were some parts where it was rough, but all in all, there was so much heart in it. The world building was incredible,
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
and like honestly, like
impeccable.
even when not everything works, you gotta admire like an attempt to do something very different than just pumping out the same thing over and over.
Yeah, you gotta keep it fresh. You gotta keep it fresh. If you don't keep it fresh, then it gets
You gotta
stale.
stay fresh.
There's
Yeah, exactly.
There's no great art without risk.
And this was a very big creative risk. I'm so glad it paid off for them in the end.
Yeah,
So much.
this is just no wonder it's legendary. No wonder people go into the Inkopolis Plaza and it's like, I beat Octo Expansion, like a big deal. They're right.
They're correct.
Yeah, I feel like a changed person having made it through that.
And it's a real test of skill as well. Anyone who can get through this, it's a real testament to like their god gamer status.
Well, now you're just fluffing me up, but I'll take it.
I wouldn't say if it wasn't true. I'm not in the business of fucking around.
That is true. You're in the This is a finding out, not fucking around.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's what science is.
And
It's
then writing
both.
it down.
Yeah, the very definition of science is fuck around, find out.
Write it down.
Yes.
So what are we doing next?
Yeah, this seems like a good place to talk about
Where we go
next.
from here.
So as some of you might have caught on, this was a bit.
A bit that we carried for like 4 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. So when I knew that there was gonna be like a little bit of a break between
I mean, this was a bit? Oh, come on, man!
my whole stream leaving as I revealed that this was a bit the whole time.
Hey, Holly! Oh no, Holly!
Holly?
Holly?
Holly added it to her!
Holly!
Oh no!
Oh!
The Super Mario 64 Pokey!
Inescapable.
Oh no! They're the Super Mario 64 Pokies, and they're very upsetting.
Please.
You know what, I'm not gonna provide context for the Pokey. The Pokey is just here.
Probably today, because that joke came out last night. And by came out, I mean occurred in a group chat.
Unstoppable.
He terrifies me and will be in my nightmares, thank you, Holly.
Please.
Why, what's wrong?
Anyways, it's surprising how many connections we could tinfoil hat our way through between Octodad and Octo Expansion.
They really gave us a lot to work with. Thank you again, young horses.
Young horses, we owe you our lives.
Yeah, I know I had to kind of break character a little bit in chat because I think it was...
That's why I added that this is a bit.
Yeah, someone was like, wait, you know this was made by the same people as Bug Snacks, and it's like, yes, we know. Play along, it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to break character, so so I added that to the Nightbot.
Is this a bit? Yes, it's a bit.
Yes, this
like,
is a bit.
I didn't want to like be like an asshole and be like, what are you talking about? I don't.
Yeah.
That's a jerk thing to do. I wanted people to be able to be in on the joke.
Yeah, we've been playing this for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, so what happened was I had a bunch of plans and I knew that Octo Expansion was gonna have to not be immediately after Hero Mode, so I was trying to come up with like one-off things we could do, and I realized, oh, I have Octodad on Steam that I've never played, and I realized it'd be really funny if we pretended that this was Octo Expansion. So Jay and Jake were all about it, and we made it. But also, you, as thanks for playing along with the bit, you guys get to be the first to know that next week we will be, for realsies, starting Octo Expansion. I was gonna have to delay it till like next month or longer, but then some plans got moved around, and so now I can start it sooner.
Yay!
So,
Also, I found a link to the shark puppet.
yay!
So if you want to make a funny little shark hand puppet, you can go to that link for a free pattern. Have fun, be safe. Yeah.
Aw, damn, sorry, you cut us out. You cut the bit. No, I don't actually. Eventually, I'd like to play the original Octodad, but for now, we actually are going to be doing Octo Expansion. It'd be kind of funny if I said that it was Octodad. I'm not going to do it, but it'd be funny.
Anyway,
we did clown for like 3 hours already.
I'm impressed. Again, they gave us actually a lot to work with. I thought we were going to have to stretch the goof a lot more.
Yeah, it was surprising how well we were able to do that. So my D&D group is playing an extra game today. I don't know where we're streaming it. Normally we do stream it. If you guys want to catch us on like episode, I think 25 of our D&D stream, they're adding me in that group chat.
Yeah, Jake, can you ask them where that is? Because if you know, I'll raid them.
Yeah. What, who's streaming it today? I can have my stream raid. It might end up being I stream it because everyone else has been recording it has been a nightmare.
Why is Ryan streaming something that's just tagged marbles on stream?
What?
It's marbles on stream.
Is Ryan just playing marbles?
Bro, it's marbles on stream. I don't know what you mean.
It's Marbles on Stream Friday. Let's go!
Oh, okay. I was very confused.
Oh.
Marbles on stream, what will they do?
Interesting.
But yes, if you had fun, if you want to keep up about when we're gonna stream next, I would recommend following Puzz on Twitter. I have linked her Twitter. We have been Puzz, Jay, and Jake. Here's our Twitters. I am both Rude Boy Monster and Hollow Monster. I had difficulty getting my old Rude Boy
links
Monster.
are all in the thing.
Yeah. Like we mentioned at the beginning of the stream, here is some information on how you could help donate to any of us. There's Puzz's tip page. I have a GoFundMe going on because I had to get out of a abusive housing situation where I lost 1/5 of my body weight. That was fun. What's it called? And then, yeah, if you follow us on Twitter, we've got a lot of information about, we've all been retweeting stuff about, how there's been...
Current events.
Yes, current events,
Mutual
thank
aid
you.
organizations, GoFundMes, various things that we recommend you boost or donate to help other people.
If you're able to help, lit. If you can only share, also lit. We understand.
God, we've been there.
We all been there.
I'm in there.
So, Jake, do you have the D&D channel or?
What's the link? Is it the Centauri?
What are you looking for?
It's just I've streamed it, one of the members Cedar streamed it, sometimes our DM streams it, so I'm trying to figure out which of us is literally streaming.
Yeah, because I'll raid if you know, and if you don't, then I'll probably just raid Ryan.
So I think it's going to be CCNTALI. Also, what was the raid phrase you were thinking of, my friend?
It looks like burbling with the love of all mankind. I'm gonna paste that in the chat. That'll be our raid phrase.
Excellent.
Jake, do you mind dumping the channel title in our group chat, and I'll just copy paste it?
Yeah. So CC. Nope. Tally. I don't know if they're live yet.
I will check. It says no results found, so probably not.
Fun! Okay. I'll yell at them to start and then I will hop in.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead and start going live and then we can hop. Okay, so I'm gonna move to that group chat. You guys can do any other wrap-ups. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I will see you guys is it next Friday we're doing Octo Expansion?
Unless something comes up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Alright. And we'll give it a minute for them to go funny live. And Jay, anything you'd like to say before we wrap?
Well, you're really kind of putting me on the spot.
Make Jay's shark. Do it. Do it now.
Do it. Make the shark. Do it now. It will produce serotonin for you, guaranteed. You can make it however you want. You can give it anime eyes if you like that. You can also not give it anime eyes if you don't.
It's a very beginner-friendly pattern, very customizable, lots of things.
I've tried to put lots of nice instructions for you, so even if you don't know sewing that great, you should be able to make it, I hope. I think that would be pretty cool. If you make it, feel free to show me pictures. I love seeing pictures of things people make.
Don't know why this channel isn't coming up.
I'm literally playing Monster Hunter right now, don't at me.
Oh, Nightmare Judge is asking if you found the eel as well.
No, I don't actually know if I've posted that one yet.
So, perhaps you should follow Jay's Twitter at JPG9
I'll see if I
or
can
JPG
find it.
Art, and perhaps he will post it on one of those platforms.
If I can find it, I will post it. I will post the eel if I find it. I gotta find the eel. The people need the eel.
They need the eel.
This one does not have as good instructions, because I more or less made it for myself, but it is... I think if you've done some sewing before, especially plush sewing, it should be pretty self-explanatory.
Looks like they're trying to go live, but they're not quite live yet. It be like that sometimes.
There it is, I found it. The eel pattern. The PDF.
Ooh.
I've downloaded the PDF. I wonder if I can link the PDF somehow.
Unless it's uploaded somewhere, I don't think. You might have to convert that to some JPEGs, some juicy JPEGs.
It's a very big eel, by the way. I made it quite large.
You do like to make things large.
I do like to make them big and large.
Just went live at last. Let me see if I can rate them. It's still not letting me rate for some reason. Well, I think we're just gonna have to cut a loss there. We're gonna say hi to Ryan.
We're gonna say hi to Ryan, and I'm gonna post this eel on my art Twitter.
Heck yeah. Everybody remember to say the raid phrase. I'm gonna put it in chat a couple more times. So make sure to use that funny raid phrase. And thank you all so much for coming. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being kind.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there we go. Time to